right, let's do a cheers to the Sobeys and Safer Liquid Beer for the podcast.
Be right again.
I love you guys.
Careful, that cake's hot.
Check-in, come on, let's go. It's the AM Nasty Big Hello. It's not static, AM radio.
Quack, 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 Mr. Ducksworth.
It's the Play Alberta Nielson Show. Let's go. Everybody tune in, even my wife.
Mommy likes too.
And those Macromala intros are cutting like a knife. Hey, it's Mitch texting in, he's your dealer for life.
Para bailar la bamba. Para bailar la bamba se necesita una poca de gracia. Una poca de gracia para mi batía. Arriba y arriba. Ay, arriba y arriba. Por ti seré, por ti seré, por ti seré. Yo no soy marinero. Yo no soy marinero, soy capitán, soy capitán, soy capitán. Everybody now. Ba la bamba. Ba la bamba.
Very impressive. Taken a few years to put all this together.
It's not a one-year quest because it's so hard to get your hands on. At this stage of my life, I don't invest in green bananas. It's a lifetime quest. Just not sure if I'm going to be around long enough to see them ripen to be yellow. You can't party enough when you win that thing. It's a party machine. Party machine.
Girl, I can't understand it. Why you wanna hurt me?
That's why it's the Stanley Cup.
After all of the things I've done for you.
It's hard. It's hard.
I buy you champagne and roses. Put diamonds on your finger. Still you hang out all night. What am I to do? My girl wants to party. 6:08 on the Nielson Show. The playoffs are here. Playoffs are here. What's up, everybody?
Hey, welcome back.
Hey, welcome back. Welcome back to you boys. I mean, well, good to be back.
Well, yeah,
with you guys.
we had you on the
because you
show
guys
Friday,
were here.
yeah.
But I wasn't here Thursday and Friday. So.
Great job, Dusty.
I was, I got to call Celebrini, like, franchise breaking moment.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool. It sucked that the Jets got pumped. I got some early spring tendies. That was good. So yeah, it was nice. It was a short notice call. I got called at like 4:00 on Wednesday, and they're like, "Hey, can you fly to Winnipeg and do this game tomorrow?" I was like, "I'm in. Let's go." So I went straight to the airport. Flew out, called the game, came home, came straight back here, and started making T-shirts.
How long? That didn't take that long, though.
Oh, making 130 T-shirts is easy. I did 2 hours on Friday, then I was here for 8 hours on Saturday, and then 5 hours yesterday. But if you did order one of our win the whole effing thing T-shirts,
If you ordered it for pickup at EST offices, you'll get an email at 7 o'clock this morning. Those will be good to pick up starting at 9 o'clock this morning. If you ordered it for shipping, about 80% of the ones that need to be shipped have been shipped, and the rest will go out either today or tomorrow. But yeah, thank you very much. It was a little overwhelming. I think this is going to sound bad, but I had calluses. I got calluses developing on my hands from the t-shirt press on Saturday.
Those are broadcaster hands.
Oh, it's still a little.
Now you can brag to people, with the job. Like,
sore.
you've never worked a day, and you're like, check these out.
Well, that's the thing. Actually, I did. I worked 8 hours one Saturday pressing T-shirts, over 100 of them.
2 15s and a half hour lunch or what? Like,
I did.
Yeah.
And I started doing smoke breaks.
Good.
Even though I don't smoke.
Nah, you got
I was just like, I got to have one. I went outside, had the old Hernan Ben Affleck dart. So that was good. You can text us anytime at 780-218-9999. Spruce Corey says, Dusty's fingers hurt. They did hurt. It was good. It was a process. I didn't think we'd sell as many as we did. I could have been, and I had to eventually take down the link because I was just like, it's a pre-order Monday to Wednesday. Thursday I was getting orders. Friday I was getting orders. I was like, enough. No more orders. So the shirt is officially out of stock until they get to the conference final. Then maybe we'll roll out another shipment of them. Maddie just posted a new EST spring store, actually, with like EST swag. It's going to be up for 2 weeks. It's a pop-up with the partners over at the Hive. Just go to EdmontonSportsTalk.com. There's like golf shirts in there, some pants in there, some shirts, some hoodies, shorts. Yeah, there's lots of different stuff in there. So you can go to EdmontonSportsTalk.com, click on EST spring store. Chris in Alabama says, Dusty, hire a grandma, damn it. Trev's grandma is the answer. Mm-hmm. Trev, that sure looks good on you, man.
Thank you.
Your beefy chest.
Look at all of us. Yes, we look great, boys. We're matching. We are all matching, like the hats and everything. We look great.
For the playoffs.
Look at us.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we are all matching hats, too.
Mm-hmm.
Man, if I didn't know any better, we were twins. Or triplets, I guess.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, isn't it? It's pretty crazy. How excited are you today, Trev?
Oh, yes, rejoice. I'm very pumped.
Especially watching all of the other playoffs already.
Yeah. The playoffs, it was a good weekend. Consumed a lot of playoff hockey. But yeah, this is just like the Oilers said and McDavid said it. The regular seasons, they've become monotonous. And so this is what, as a fan, with a contending team, with a team that has the likes of Connor and Leon, you're already thinking April when puck drops in October. Like I was, so it all starts tonight, baby. And I am so pumped for it. Let's go.
If you're watching over on YouTube, we're already just 38 away from changing 100. Let's blow through that immediately. We've got a ton to get to today. How was your weekend, buddy?
Good. Yours?
Yeah, I was here for the most part. And Savage the plumber came and fixed my sink.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it was nice.
Go to the pros. You go to the pros.
That was the thing. Yeah. Eventually, Tammy got frustrated with me and she said, I'm texting Savage. I said, go ahead. So he was over at the house yesterday. A conch for Savage for coming over and fixing the sink. One of the
you were too busy
a little screw had.
You were too busy.
I know. Well, I was.
Otherwise, you would have.
I looked at her. I said, "Listen, if I wasn't at the office for 8 hours on Saturday, that sink would have been fixed."
What do you want?
And when Savage was there, I was leaving. I was coming right back.
You were ready to go. Yeah.
So what do you want? What do you want of me? How many sinks can a guy fix? 0, if you're me.
Well,
but I mean, it was okay. Nielson Show today and every day brought to you by Weiss Johnson. Weiss Johnson, whoa. Why not celebrate the beginning of the playoffs by getting that furnace upgraded and getting an air conditioner for 15%?
Yeah, you're going to beat the crap out of the one you have sometime during the series at some point. You might as well get the jump on it now.
You should pre-order this for about June 1st.
Yeah.
Get it done at Weiss Johnson. Air conditioner, heat pump, hot water tank, garage heater. 15% off plus no interest for 24 months. Visit weiss-johnson.com to book an estimate today. You can text us anytime in the Paris Jewelers inbox. Do not pay for 1 year. Shop in stores, Edmonton, West Edmonton Mall, Kingsway, Londonderry, Sherwood Park Mall, St. Albert Center, of course, online at parisjewelers.com. They're Canadian. They're family-owned, and one of your text messages will end up getting your hands on a little Royal Pizza gift certificate. Order online today, www.royalpizza.ca. Visit one of their 14 locations in the Edmonton area. Available now. They've got the spicy vegetarian. So after being at the office all day Saturday, I get home around, 6:30, 7 o'clock.
You worked up an appetite.
No, Tam had already ordered it.
Oh, on the online.
I came home to a little Royal Pizza.
Yeah,
it was absolutely delicious.
What did you do tonight for game 1?
What's that?
The pre-order.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, that's a good idea. Pre-order for game 1. You're sitting there tonight and you're going, oh, I'm hungry. And then you wait a second. Earlier this morning, I ordered Royal Pizza. It's going to show up at exactly 8 p.m. Bing, bong. How good is that? How good is that? How good is this? I got a Duck Hunt soundboard. That should be fun as we work our way through this
have it in the
series.
background continuously.
The whole
throughout
time,
the
just
program. Yeah.
over and over and over again. A damn dog. All right, let's lay out the show for you today. I know many of you are probably here for some playoff songs. There's a lot to get to today. A lot to get to. We got your morning announcements coming up for the Rundle Park short course. We've got Tales of the North for game 1 of this series. The good, bad, and ugly from the weekend coming up before 7 o'clock. Darren Dreger with his thoughts on game 1. We'll go there just after 7 o'clock. Play Alberta early bird bet of the day. We'll set that up. That'll be for game 1 as well. Shout out to the DGen Den. Those guys reached out yesterday, had me put up a parlay for them at Play Alberta. That was plus 950. Then they cashed it. So nice day for the Den yesterday. That was good. Also, shout out to Matty Fitzpatrick, who was one of my outrights at RBC Heritage from the Lock Shop last Wednesday, plus 1,600. Cash that one too. Hopefully some of you were on that. That's a good for the Italian Center at 7:30 today. This is going to be fun. We are going to debut our Wayne Gretzky Peel-Off. And we will tear pieces of clothing off the great one as the Edmonton Oilers work their way through the playoffs.
Suggestively peel.
Of course. Yeah, we'll have to have...
You'll be biting your lip.
You think so? Maybe. It is sexy. I've ranked the top 10 players in this series.
Okay.
You want them? I'll give it to you around 7:45. Spoiler alert. There's an Oiler at the top of the list. Kind of easy trivia. 3 questions too many for the great staff at Park Mazda. Gager's going to pop by around 8:30. You got your GCL Diesel, orange and blue breakfast, of course, to set up game 1 as well. And then the wrap for William Huff. And we do have you covered. If you're listening over on 95.7 this morning, there's no reason to go anywhere else than Edmonton Sports Talk. Our show will be on the radio up until 9 o'clock this morning. And then our coverage of game 1 continues all throughout the day. Let's see. We got the hangout from 9 to 11.
And into the night.
Lock Shop from 11 until noon. Oil Stream from 12 until 1. EST Afternoons with Hernan and Gage from 1 until 3. The Reed Wilkins Show today from 3 until 6:30. And then the GCL Diesel pregame show starts at 6:30. So we are live now until puck drop tonight. You can listen on iHeartRadio all day long, static free. You can listen on TuneIn Radio all day long, static free. They're free apps. Download them, and you can be with us the rest of the day. Of course, you can watch over on YouTube all day long as well. Download podcasts after the fact. Lots of fun stuff. 17 likes away from changing 100. So hammer the thumbs up if you are watching on YouTube this morning. Let's dive in to your... Well, before we get to your morning announcement, 6 o'clock hour brought to you by Ewell.
Ewell, your partner in power.
Ewell, your power play specialists. They've got the gear you need for your next electrical project. 3 Edmonton area locations. You can order online anytime at ewell.ca. Ewell, your Edmonton-based partner in power and source for all things electrical. How about some morning announcements for you? Morning announcements brought to you by the Rundle Park Short Course, opening soon with affordable rates for juniors, seniors, adults. Walkable par 58. Great family-friendly atmosphere. Check them out on Instagram at Rundle Park SC and make sure you snag a smash burger at Shorty's after the round. All right. Should we get to the playoff song? So there was a bunch of good ideas that came in a couple Fridays ago.
Too many.
There were so many. So what I did was I kind of wrote 2 playoff songs this year, and you'll hear them not necessarily mashed up, but sort of together.
But you could if you were at Church of John. Like it's one of those things.
Maybe
the
you could do
genre
it.
in itself is one.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. So, yeah, of course, all of our Nielson Show sounds are brought to you by Sport Ball. Sign your kid up for Sport Ball today. Here's the playoff song.
Playoffs are here, let's drink a ton of beer. Hit the red mile, the
Just
Flames.
kidding.
See, it's funny because they're not even in the playoffs.
That's a
either, right?
Flames
Like,
opera
the
song.
Flames. Yeah.
Because they're not in the playoffs.
What a dumb-
It is super funny
What
to
a
do that.
Stupid song.
Because they're waiting for the draft lottery down in Calgary, and we're sitting here watching the Oilers possibly be contenders again.
But I don't mind incorporating that first line.
Playoffs are
You could
here.
use that in future,
Yeah, that's
you know,
not
just
bad. Let's listen to the real one here.
I like to win cups and I cannot lie. Count 'em up and we've got 5. And when Connor walks in at a shifty, nifty pace, moving with such grace you get sprung. Gonna be a bit rough cause you know stopping him is tough. Deep in the dance they're going. You're stoked, got the card flag glowing. Oh, Stanley, they wanna get with ya and take that picture. My homeboys tried to warn me. Another playoff song? Oh, that's so corny. Ooh, arena is pumping. You wanna be with your friends? Excuse me, cause the game ticket costs 2 G's. Oilers advancing. The hell with finances. Just get in debt. Then pay it with the future's bet. I'm tired of magazines saying Connor just can't win. Take the average Oil fan and ask him that. You're gonna get yourself slapped. So fellas, you want the Oilers to win the cup? Well, take it. Take that Stanley Cup. Bring the cup back. Cruising down the street on 104. It's like that, and it's like this. The playoffs are back, no game you can miss. Get your credit card, you know what I'm thinking. Put the jersey on, it's time to go drinking. Power play scores, and they're starting to begin. Now we win up bets, so my tickets cash in. Oh, Hyman, you pro. Dry's coming back, I'm thinking here we go. So fee-fi-fo, puck's fun. That jersey on your back, oh, here they come now. We gotta get a cup, gotta get it quick. You know, because we love to win, so give me that cup. Give me that cup. Give me that cup. Give me that cup. Okay, back to the puck of basics. Got so close last spring you could taste it. Gotta win, oh no, don't you waste it. Don't matter who you're facing. You know one thing. You know me, I like to win. That cup, you know what. So roll on, Oilers, we believe in ya. But they'll make it all the way. I'm riding that wagon, scream and shout. This game is the same. Just another playoff with a cup to claim. So win it all, baby. Win it all, baby. Win it all, baby. Give me that cup. 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 Give me that. Now I love playoffs and playoffs love me. Like a lemon to a lime and a donut to the meat. You know it's real good, no one can resist it. Take some days off so you don't have to miss it. Cause in the playoffs is the place to be. Always scoring is the life for me. Spread them legs open far and wide. Snuck it in, just watch, protect the puck inside. So give me that cup. 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 Give me that cup.
Give me that cup.
Lots to unpack here.
There's a lot to unpack. Yeah, no shortage of things to unpack. No shortage of things to unpack. But imagine, give me that cup the morning after win, like tomorrow morning.
Is there a donair meat to the
There's
donair?
like a lemon to the lime and the donair to the meat.
Yeah. That was a good. A lot of talk about financing. Like there's,
It's an expensive
good,
time, right?
Yeah.
It's an expensive
It's
time.
going to be the neck this playoff run, not the shoulder.
The final part there is about scoring a 5-hole goal. On a goal.
Spread of the legs.
Spread your legs, open far and wide, snuck it in, just let me tuck the puck inside.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you for clarifying that.
Yeah, just to just to clarify, that's where it is at. So changing 100. Oh, changing 100. That's nice. That's nice. All right. Oh,
and hell, the mix.
Just a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Just a little bit. But yeah, look, did rock songs the last couple of years.
Yeah,
didn't work because I ended up losing the Stanley Cup final. Might as well mix it up a little bit this year. 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999 is where you can get in this morning. All right, we've got Tales of the North just after 6:30 this morning. Shovelhead says, "Good morning, boys. The beginning of that song was boring, but settles into a catchy groove and an earworm." Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You're going to be walking around work all day today going, "Give me that cup."
Well, just getting the lyrics every time.
You're
going to learn something every time you play it. You're going to hear one new thing.
That's one. And yeah. I liked Eazy-E. I was a big Eazy-E guy back in the day, so I think I like it. It's fun. All right, so NHL play. Let's hit the Oilers first, and then we'll come back to the Oilers after Tales of the North. We've got Colorado Avalanche getting it done yesterday in Game 1 against Los Angeles.
Yep.
It was a tight one.
Hanging on, getting it done.
It was a tight one. Bruins and Sabres, my God. Hopefully you were watching that. I mean, that is playoff hockey at its best. At its best. It was just phenomenal last night. We're watching it. It's 2-0. Marshall's like, man, I really thought Buffalo would be better. And then bang, 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 bang. And it's over.
You talk about blue balls. Like, they've waited this long. Can you imagine if the Bruins shut that? Like, you didn't even get to celebrate a goal in game. Like, you're sitting there thinking, like, they're ready to erupt. And if nothing happened.
The vibes in Buffalo last night were essentially like a Stanley Cup playoff game, but it was Game 1 of round 1. Like, they were going insane there last night.
Yeah, it was a release, if you will.
That was incredible.
I think that outside camera shot of the fans, the guardrail fell over.
Oh, they couldn't. Like, Game 1. Game 1. The city of Buffalo is shut down for the next month to 2 months. Like, that was Tage Thompson just massive in that third period as Buffalo got the job done there. I didn't watch much of the Golden Knights game, not going to lie. I really don't have an appetite to watch Golden Knights unless the others are playing. Did you watch the first period of that one? I did watch every minute of the Habs Lightning game.
At their neutral site game down in Tampa.
Slavkovsky. What an absolute beast. That was great. We'll get into that game a little bit more with the good, bad, and ugly coming up a little bit later on as well. The Oilers yesterday did skate with Dickinson on the third line. So we'll give you all the line combinations and stuff coming just up after 6:30. We're going to do Tales of the North, and we'll dive into that as well. Many people were asking for Dick Veneret to make a return to the show. Has not been with us since we launched at EST.
That's nobody's fault but his.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, this guy's usually MIA, but he's back with us. Calling select games, I guess. I don't know.
He's contracted. It's contracted.
He's not cheap. No. Dick Veneret is not cheap. Trev, you got that? We're going to play the overtime call from Dick Veneret. We like to call it overtime with Dick Veneret on the Habs Lightning game. And hopefully he censored all of his bad words.
Dick Veneret here, and we are in overtime in Tampa Bay. First overtime of the playoffs, and me, feels good. The Habitants, or Habs, at least that's what my old buddy Johnny Beliveau told me back in the day. They're on the road here in the Sunshine State. Too much sun, if you ask me. Had to have that sunscreen on my nose and wear a visor when I was out smoking my Marlboros before breakfast. Montreal on the PP. To start overtime. Some really whistle-happy zebras in the building tonight. Give it a rest. Nobody cares about you Habs buzzing like Benoit Brunet back in the day. I went to that movie Showgirls with Benny in theaters. Now here's Suzuki, the captain. Drops it off to Hudson. He finds Slavkovsky working in the slot like a young Stu Bonds. Quick shot. He scores. Juraj Slavkovsky. A snipe so quick that grandma would break her hip. Hey, Massey. Blink and you'll miss it. Ha! The Habs are going to win it. Me. Suck it, Lightning.
right, there you go. That is Dick Veneret's first call in a long time.
Maybe if Reed asks, he could join him on his show later today.
Maybe that could be a possibility. Who knows? Somebody said that the graphic kind of looked like J-Mo.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Which is kind of funny. I did not know that Dick Veneret went to see the movie Showgirls in theaters with Benoit Brunet back in the day.
I do believe it, though.
He's got all these types of stories as the Habs get by the Tampa Bay Lightning, and Slavkovsky with the hat trick in that game. All of them coming on the power play, and of course the winner in overtime. Thought Dobish looked pretty good for Montreal as well. That's going to be a tough series, man. That is going to be a tough series. But the Habs only need 9 more playoff wins to match their 1993 total.
It's why I like starting on the road, man. You get that split. If you get that, the pressure
on an early dagger in on the road.
On the home team to get the 2. And if you get that early one, I mean, game 1, like Minnesota did, like Montreal, and I mean, it's coming back at least tied at 1 going back to Montreal. The place will be a mess.
That's the thing. It's going to be crazy. The Oilers will open up against the Ducks tonight. We got Tales of the North for game 1. That's coming up. We're going to take a look at the lines that the Oilers were rolling in practice yesterday. And if there is any level of concern for you, and of course, I'm already in the mindset of let's gentlemen sweep this thing.
Yeah.
Let's give the FM radio dial the first ever on the radio gentleman's sweep show. But I think that's a popular pick.
We could eat a duck. Like a Peking duck.
Oh, actually.
Like, it's more of a...
That's what gentlemen do.
Yeah. It's
3 gentlemen like us could certainly share a duck. Can you just go to somewhere and buy a duck?
I don't know.
I want a live duck that we have to kill in studio.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
Shoot
it. You have it flying around.
Oh, yeah. We got it. Okay, that could be fun. All right, so Tales of the North coming up. Good, bad, and ugly from the weekend. Dreger and Gage are on the way to help us set up game 1 as well. You can text us anytime, 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999 is where you can chime in as well. If you're watching over on YouTube today, hammer the thumbs up for us. Did we hit changing 100 already? Nice work, Trev. We're on fire. All right, if you're listening over on 95.7, don't go anywhere. We got you locked in for the next 2.5 hours. You're going to get a couple minutes commercials, quick traffic update, then you're back with us. If you were watching over on YouTube today, hammer the thumbs up for us. Any of our online platforms, we got a sports update with Lieutenant Eric. Are you ready to treat your feet? It's brought to you by Paramount Flooring. Visit them in store at 10707 184th Street on the West End, or of course online at paramountflooring.ca.
Game day as the Oilers host the Ducks tonight. Game 1 of that opening round series down at Rogers Place. Join Tom Gazzola from the Canadian Ice House downtown. He'll have your GCL Diesel pre- and post-game shows. Coverage beginning at 6:30 here on EST. Leon Draisaitl centering Vasily Podkolzin and Kasperi Kapanen at yesterday's team skate. Both the player and head coach Chris Knobloch, though, non-committal about his status tonight. Also, Jason Dickinson skating for the first time since his injury on April 8th. He was centering Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and Jack Roslovic. Action from yesterday. Scott Wedgwood, 24 saves as the Avalanche get past the Kings 2-1. Take a 1-0 series lead. Juraj Slavkovsky, hat trick and overtime winner, leading the Habs over the Lightning 4-3. Montreal up 1-0 in that series. Tage Thompson with a pair of goals as the Sabres would rally to knock off the Bruins 4-3. They're up 1-0, and Vegas would also rally to double up Utah 4-2. Golden Knights sporting a 1-0 series lead. Oilers Ducks tonight. Elsewhere tonight, it'll be Pittsburgh at home to Philly at 5, with the Flyers leading that series 1-0. Carolina hosts Ottawa up 1-0. Puck drop in that goes at 5:30. And later on at 7:30, it's the Stars at home to the Wild, with Minnesota holding a 1-0 series lead. Over to the NBA postseason yesterday, Victor Wembanyama, 35 points. Spurs knock off the Trailblazers 111-98. It was number 8 over number 1 as Orlando with a surprise 112-101 victory in Detroit. SGA had a cool 25, leading the Thunder over the Suns 119-84, and Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown combined for 51. Celtics dump the Sixers 123-91. Raptors look to even their series the Cavaliers tonight. Tip-off at 5 from Cleveland. Elsewhere, the Knicks host the Hawks, while the Timberwolves are in Denver. Toronto Blue Jays avoiding the sweep in Arizona with a 10-4 victory over the Diamondbacks. Jays now 8-13 on the campaign. They will round out a road trip with a 3-game set against the Angels beginning tonight. Dylan Cease gets the start, first pitch, 7:38. And Matt Fitzpatrick defeating Scotty Scheffler in a playoff to capture the RBC Heritage Open at 18 under par. Sports update brought to you by Paramount Flooring. From custom homes to small renovations, Edmonton's top builders and contractors rely on Paramount Flooring. Our in-house team handles everything from selections to completion, keeping projects on track and on time. Visit our showroom 7 days a week or at ParamountFlooring.ca.
On the Nielson Show.
This is gonna be fun. Let's bring the cup home. Make the city roar.
There you go. That's 5 more rings. That's from The Hawk online earlier in the year. All right. 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999. This text comes in and says, please play the cowboy song about the core. That would be the cowboy.
About the what?
The cowboy song
Russell?
about the core. No, he's talking about we'll get to that at some point.
All right.
The cowboy song about the core. Sure. All right, you can text us anytime. That'll get you the Paris Jewelers inbox. We're coming at you from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen studio this morning. Get your hands on that 3-piece bone-in chicken right now, marinated for 12 hours, hand-battered. 3 big, juicy pieces that'll fill you up for just $8 at all Popeyes locations. And, of course, all of Edmonton Sports Talk today and every day, all day long. Title sponsor, Play Alberta. Download the Play Alberta app today. You can get your lottery, your casino, your sports all in one place. And what you play with in Alberta stays in Alberta. All right, we're going to take a look at the Oilers' lines, at least at practice yesterday. Coming up in a moment, we'll do a confidence check on YouTube. Trev heading into this series as well. The good, bad, and ugly from the weekend still to come. But where's your confidence on with the Oilers heading into this series? 780-218-9999 is where you can chime in and have your say on that one. What's this big thing? What is this? What is that?
Huh?
What's this?
This?
Yeah.
It's a sword.
Oh, man.
Samurai sword. The other one's broke. have to use
no.
this.
Oh, jeez. Careful there. You almost stabbed my hand. That would have been hilarious. All right, let's go. Tales of the North for Game 1, postseason. Oilers and Ducks. Thank God it's not the Kings. I'm sorry. If it was the Kings, it'd be a bit of a buzzkill this morning. Let's go.
Who owns the North? Who owns the North? Show me!
Why did you turn against me, Woodcroft? I taught you how to skate. I taught you how to score. I taught you how to coach. I taught you how to go for the W. You could have been one of the greats. And now look at yourself. You're not a has-been. You're a never was.
Excellent Mighty Ducks representation. Tonight in the North, the battle for Lord Stanley's Silver Chalice shall once again commence. McDavid and his mighty men look to prove they are still the best in the West, just as they were last spring and the spring before. A triumphant return to the lineup looms for the legendary Leon. Injuries are for the weak, and Draisaitl declares that they can be damned. If he has a heartbeat, he plays. The last line of defense, the keeper of the iron cage, a blue paint protector and caretaker of the crease, preparing for his biggest test yet. Yes, the Grim Keeper. 'Tis be ready to haunt the opposition and take souls in the form of saves. Quack as they may, these aren't your parents, Mighty Ducks. They're just the Ducks, led by Coach Q, he who got a second chance, only to be dealt a disastrous hand in the opening round of the war to win it all. Nothing more than a Wish.com Bombay. Damn the Ducks! These are the tales of the North, and may they be heard far and wide across this great land.
Go star, you cake eater!
All right, 6:41 the morning of Game 1. Tales of the North to get you set for the tilt tonight. That felt good. That felt really nice. Everybody ready? Everybody excited? 780-218-9999. If you are watching over on YouTube this morning, hammer the thumbs up for us as well. And sub to the channel. If you're watching this morning, you have not subbed. We're closing in on 14,500 subs. So sub to the channel if you haven't already. We greatly appreciate it. And if you give us a thumbs up, that'll help push the show out to others just like you who are looking for Oilers content today. All right, so it's the Oilers and the Ducks.
Hammer the over.
Well, I'll say this. If tonight's game is officiated like that Tampa-Montreal game yesterday, the Oilers are going to score 5 power play goals. Like, that was all over the place yesterday in that game.
With or without Leon?
Well, with Leon.
Yeah. I think he's playing.
Well, I mean, he's been practicing in that spot.
Yeah.
Could be a ruse.
Like he's playing?
Here, well, I know it's like Kevin Durant not going in Game 1 for the Rockets, right? They just save him. Make sure he's okay. Here's what the Oilers rolled out yesterday, okay? It was McDavid with Hyman and Savoy. What a year for Matty Savoy. Hey, here we are going into the first round of the playoffs, and the rookies on the top line with McDavid and Hyman.
There's that clip going on social media, him being interviewed when he's a kid, talking about what he's going to be like when he's like, it's all.
Oh, that's so cute.
It's full circle, yeah.
So adorable.
That's so cute.
He still looks exactly the same, which is the most adorable thing.
Draisaitl was with Kapanen and Podkolzin. Dickinson did skate in the line rushes yesterday with Roslovic and Nuge, a real veteran third line. And then Adam Henrique between Trent Frederick and Colton Dog.
Where's Szymanski?
I know a lot of people would like Szymanski in there, but this is a Game 1 of the playoffs. There's zero chance Knobloch is going to put Adam Henrique in the press box and play a rookie.
Former Duck, too.
As good as Szymanski has been, this is going to be blasphemous, but I think it's the right move to have the veteran in there to start the playoffs. Are they going to be called? Hell, Dickinson might not even go. So Henrique can slide up, and then Szymanski can play with Doc and Frederick, and everybody will be happy.
I get the move. I also get fan frustration.
I get both.
People
are acting like Szymanski's got 12 goals and 20 points.
No, but he has been looking good. So
he looks fine. I don't describe it as he's looking good. He's looking good enough
fine.
for a rookie.
Yeah.
You're not going to you've got 4 veteran centers you can roll down the middle. You're going to play those guys in the playoffs. When Henrique stumbles, maybe they bring Szymanski. Like Szymanski, I can't wait for him next year.
When Henrique stumbles, not if.
No, that's probably going to happen. But I just don't think everybody, like I look online yesterday and they're like, I hate the Knobloch. What are you doing? Come on, guys. Like, it's game one of the playoffs. Yeah, he's a rookie. You're going to start 4 veteran centers that all have like playoff experience. Like, it's not the end of the world.
You can understand it, but you don't have to like it.
No, you don't.
Right?
Yeah. Well, could they eventually get to Frederick, Doc, and Szymanski? That's fine. Here's the other thing, and I'm glad I wasn't in actually after the Canucks game, because everybody's like, "Oh my God, you can't stop these guys. They played the Canucks. Like, you got to relax."
Oh no,
it was the Vancouver Canucks.
Yeah.
Okay, like the roller coaster of this season. Like I was listening to some of the shows the next day, and I was like, "My God, people are acting like they beat the Colorado Avalanche."
It was 2-1 at one point
in the second or third round of the playoffs. So like. Let's just see how they match up against the Ducks. I think they're going to take care of the Ducks. I don't want to say easily, but somewhat handedly.
They should.
Trev, what's your level of confidence going into this series?
I'm very confident in the Oil. Just looking at it, the Ducks coming into the playoffs are 2-6-2.
Stumble down the stretch.
In their last 10. So they're definitely fighting it. They're a team that we saw this regular season that they're streaky. When they're hot, they're hot, and when they're not, they're not. And they're going into the playoffs not being that hot. So can that continue, right? Like they're going up against one of, the best teams in the NHL over the last few seasons going into the playoffs, right? Just with their playoff record. You've got 3, Draisaitl, McDavid, Evan Bouchard, guys that light the lamp. Szymanski, if he's in, potentially. He would be really good on that 4th line. I'm for it.
Mike outside Edmonton texted and says Szymanski has 2 goals and he didn't even shoot him into the net.
Hey.
Yeah. That's skill right there.
It's skill. You're right. It is skill.
That's what the Oilers need.
Yeah, Mark.
He's been a very pleasant surprise this year. I'm just not going to sit here and lose it that they're going to play Adam Henrique, a veteran center, to start the playoffs. It's game 1.
Yeah.
Sorry, Trev. Continue.
I wouldn't be surprised if it'll be interesting to see what happens because I know what you mean. It was the Canucks and all that, but they were.
But you're going to say, but this is the thing. It's the Canucks. It was the worst team in the league playing their last game of the year. Do not read anything into that game. I'm sorry. But it's better
than them, getting torched. They did the exact opposite.
Obviously, it's that.
They did the exact opposite. They were unreal. They had the Canucks hemmed in every single shift they were out there, Dustin.
That's because the Canucks are awful.
No. No, that's a professional.
Man, if for some reason the Oilers lose game 1, you're going to be distraught yesterday. And I'm going to come in and say, how about that Canucks game?
That's an NHL team over there, Dusty.
They're all pros, right?
They're all pros.
That's
right. Yeah.
It's a professional league.
Vancouver definitely was fully invested in that one.
Absolutely.
But on paper, I like their chances. I feel like the Oilers have had their way against them recently. There's going to be a lot of goals. The only cause for concern if you're an Oilers fan going into this, there's 2 things that I'm looking at is just how greasy Trouba and Gudas are going to be, and then Dostal, he can kind of goalie the Oilers as we've seen in prior games. So those are the 2 big things that I'm looking at. But I mean, it's Connor and Leon. They boost their game up even more in the playoffs, and that's what I'm so excited for.
780-218-9999. Rowdy Roddy Tixon and says, you guys are amazing. Was watching on YouTube right now. Been following since 2019. Best morning show. Oilers switching gears and crushing the Ducks. Ingram a wall. Rowdy Roddy. We are 48 minutes.
Let's go, baby.
Into this show on the morning of game 1 of the Oilers playoff run. And that's the first mention of goaltending that we have had. There is 0 chance that would have happened over the last 2 years.
Yeah.
I think the entire city feels pretty content with what they got between the pipes.
In Connor Ingram.
Let's
not call it goaltending anymore. Let's just call it Connor Ingram.
As long as Connor Ingram's okay, everything should be okay between the pipes.
He's playing every single game.
I can't imagine a world where a healthy Connor Ingram is watching Tristan Jarry play in the playoffs.
There's no way. Like, even if he has a stinker, we've talked about that. He's playing the next game. He's bounced back.
What say you? 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999 is where you can chime in. Let's keep those thoughts coming in on Game 1. Hampton Steve says, no one should be hung up on the Game 1 lineup. Remember, Josh Brown played Game 1 last year and then didn't see the ice again.
How could you forget?
Well, Ekholm was out. A few guys were out.
They were banged up entering the playoffs last year, a little more than they are right now.
All right, we'll try to continue with the inbox as we work our way through the show. Darren Dreger, just after 7 o'clock this morning. We've got the, that's good for the Italian Center. We're going to reveal our Wayne Gretzky playoff peel-off. That should be good. I'm ranking the top 10 players. Oh, yeah, let's
waiting all weekend.
Yeah, this is a box that I think Pepsi dropped off.
Fragile.
What's in the box?
Let's see here.
It's fragile.
Oh! Cheesies.
Oh, nice.
White little cheese.
White flavor.
White flavored cheesies.
Put those in the fridge.
What is this? Oh, it is Pepsi.
Pepsi from Pepsi.
Pepsi sent
Pepsi
something
dropped
in.
off some
It
Pepsi.
is Pepsi.
Look at that. That's what a box, eh?
Let's see here. What is, now we got to open up this box.
Jeez. Maybe there's
My
a smaller
goodness.
box
If
inside.
there's another box inside, I'm
One
going to laugh
can, hey?
hilariously. All right, we've got the...
Oh, boy.
Woo, we got a nice little Pepsi / Oilers towel. Oh. There you go like this. Hey!
That's so cool.
That's bright.
It is bright,
That's a nice,
isn't it?
yeah, that very nice.
This looks like it's sitting at the San Antonio Spurs game last night.
More on that.
I got
Good, bad,
Good,
ugly.
Bad, Ugly coming up.
Is there anything on that card? Is there like a personalized message?
card?
Here?
Oh, yeah.
Is
Here
it
it
just
says.
a placard or?
In Edmonton, playoff hockey isn't just played, it's lived citywide. Every spring, Oilers fans come together and experience the excitement, the energy, traditions, and belief that belong. So it's inside you'll find Pepsi confetti made for big goals.
Oh, so you can, okay.
Yeah,
That's
then you throw the
repurposed.
confetti.
Yeah. You could wear it as hair or a beard, maybe.
Pop the confetti. And then look. Oh. So you pop this and confetti comes out. It's a little Pepsi can.
What?
Oh, and then there's
Well, a
also
couple
cans
things,
of
yeah,
Pepsis. But we got 2 confetti Pepsi cans. Should we open one? It says here, twist to celebrate. Or should we save it?
If they win, save it.
Should we save it?
Okay,
Yeah, you have
We
to.
only got 2 of them.
Yeah, we got to make them count.
All right, so we'll save the Pepsi
I see we do
confetti.
them both in Maddie's office.
Yeah, and we'll open them over in Awanik's office tomorrow because he's off tomorrow. He'll love that. He'll come back and be, what's this? I said, I don't know. I don't know where that came from. Thanks, Pepsi.
Yeah, thank you.
That's excellent. I love the Diet Pepsi with spiced rum. It's delicious. All right, let's get into our good, bad, and ugly from the weekend. What was your good from the weekend, man?
Well, as mentioned here, I got a couple. Buffalo Sabres home playoff game. Watching that was just, that was on a different level. I was very excited all weekend long to catch that game in particular. I know playoffs start. It's always the game one. You can watch every game one because of the fans and everything.
Yeah.
You get the pulse. But that Sabres one, that hit a little different. The shots outside, of course, guys topless and everything. Like it was, that everybody knows Buffalo and now with the Bills and their somewhat success that they've been having as of late and what their fans do there. So yeah, it was good for them to see that. And as well, Spurs, the home court mosaic was just dazzling to the eye. That was one of the best home court mosaics.
The home court mosaic, the floor.
The seats.
I thought it looked ugly. It's my bad.
No,
the crowd there is my bad.
No,
it was, what are we doing? Everybody's wearing fluorescent shirts?
Yeah, but that's their vibe, man. It looks cool. I love the color.
I hated it. I'm glad we don't see.
I loved it.
I hated it. You're wrong. I'm right.
I thought
that's
it
Murray
looked.
McCourt's show.
I thought it looked awesome.
Shut up, Trev.
Oh, it looked so cool. I'm with you, LT.
All right, so
It wasn't
it's 2 versus
intimidating.
1.
Like it wasn't
It's
like
not
it's not
intimidating.
like you're
It
getting,
looked-
but it just looked
good
cool.
time.
I love that.
I like bright
That
colors.
didn't reek of playoff vibe to me. I don't know. I was just
The
like,
colors are silver and black, and then they got a bunch of this other stuff going on. In them. I don't know. It's wild. I kind of liked it.
okay, what's your good, Trev?
I'm gonna go with just playoff hockey being back. That's all I watched all weekend. And it was great. Some good games.
No time for any movies,
Loved
eh?
it. No time for any movies. No. But it was.
If you don't watch Arlington Road during the summer, don't come to work in September.
Don't
fair
say
deal.
that. It took over a year for you to bring me those movies, might I add. So I'm just saying that.
It didn't take me a year to bring you Arlington Road.
Yes, I had Big Lebowski.
Exactly.
But so okay, whatever. But
So
yeah,
playoff
just
hockey's your good.
Playoff hockey. Yeah.
My good is Slavkovsky. Like, he's 22 years old, 3 power play goals in game 1 on the road in Tampa. The youngest team in the playoffs. And the moment is not too big for those guys.
You best bet I went down to the basement and petted my Tim Hortons redemption card.
Did you?
That I got a couple years ago.
That's right.
Hey,
oh, that's a nice
you talk
one.
about
Hey, let me know if you're interested in moving it. All right, what's your bad from the weekend?
Stars bad beat at home 6-1. I mean, all these other games have been 1 goal or 2 goal, tight stuff but 6-1 at home in the Mike Modano Cup. It's a bad look for Dallas on home ice. And those goals are coming. I had that game on mute. I had some visitors over and we were watching. And every time you look up, another goal. Whoa, geez.
Tough start. Trev, what's your bad from the weekend?
I'm not going to lie. I had a hard time getting a bad and ugly. I just had such a tremendous weekend. But I'm going to go with him, and I'm not too mad, but I didn't really like the Oilers' lines of practice yesterday.
Really?
That's my bad.
What do you like? You don't like Dickinson and Rossum?
No, I think he's talking about the fourth line.
The fourth line.
Wait, you don't like Podkolzin and Kapanen with Draisaitl?
Like they did that, but
Podkolzin
then they went away
and
from
Draisaitl play together all the time.
I know.
Kapanen only produces offensively with Leon.
Yeah, I'd like Roslovic. I'd like other players there. I'd like Savoy there.
He's playing with McDavid.
I know, and they're doing good. But I just feel like Draisaitl gets the success, and then the coach is always just like, oh, okay, Leon, those guys are looking really good, but we're going to take them away and put them on Connor's line. Like they have Dickinson, Roslovic, and Nuge. They went away from that earlier in the season as well. They played like 2 games together. I was like, oh no, this is awesome. I think this has a good recipe to being a good line, effective line. It didn't last 2 games. They took them off. They're like, nope, that didn't work. So I've got my own lines that I like more personally. But
okay, we'll give them to us later on. Let's make a note. I'm going to go with Trev.
No, we don't have to do that.
I'll make a note here. Trev's lines. Yeah. All right, my bad from the weekend was the Spurs crowd. So we just skip to your ugly.
Meet the Mets. Greet the Mets. Bo Bichette 0-4-4 from the plate. They've now lost 11 in a row. You think the Jays, I mean, you can always kind of look over to what Bo Bichette and the Mets are doing right now.
How many in a row have they lost?
11 straight losses for the New York Mets.
That's good.
Mets are going to Met.
Yeah, and Bo Bichette struggling as well. So you kind of like to, maybe it's a good for some of you out there.
What's your ugly, Trev?
Going to go with the Bruins yesterday. Last night.
Let it slip away like that?
Oh, yeah. That's tough. I will say, I was going to go with just the game in general until the Sabres clawed back. But I was like, there's
they didn't get a goal.
Man, that arena was bumping to start, which you'd expect.
They almost seemed so sad.
And then the second period, man, that was quiet, so quiet. And I was like, this is kind of a boring game. And then I kid you not, I'm like, there's no way. The Bruins are taking this one. I go up to have a bath, and all of a sudden I'm on my way. Score! I'm like, what the heck just happened? So I missed the goal, and then I'm like, okay, I might as well stick around. And
you went up to have a bath at like 7 p.m.?
Yeah, it was an early night for me last night.
Okay, yeah. Nice. It's funny because we were bathing our kids at the same time. Like you and Marshall have the same story from last night. Marshall, same thing. Yeah. He got in the tub and then Buffalo scored their first goal. That's the same as you, basically.
Weird. We're so similar.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. My ugly is the USA chant in Tampa. Like, you look so dumb.
I agree.
I get it. You're playing a Canadian team, but your goalie is Russian. Your best player is Russian. The guy who just scored for you to tie up the game is Canadian, and your head coach is the head coach of Team Canada. And you're sitting here chanting USA.
I'd rather hear that chant than their miserable anthem singers, though.
Oh, I didn't watch the anthem.
Those anthems. The girl that, and I give full credit to people doing, I'm not trying to, but her rendition of the Canadian anthem, no thank you. And a tip of the cap to the Sabres, too. I think they did both. 2 American teams, they did the Canadian anthem.
Yeah, what was up with that? Did they just not know? They haven't been there forever? I mean, does the whole league do that?
No.
For game ones?
No, not to my knowledge.
Shout out Buffalo.
Yeah.
Buffalo.
Everybody's second favorite team right now.
Yeah, Buffalo would probably be my 4th favorite team in the playoffs.
Well, you're a Sens
guy. Got the Habs mixed in there.
Habs, Sens. Probably the Jets if they were in, but I mean.
Well, the Jets, a soft spot there too. Mind you, they didn't really show up on Thursday. No. It's like they mailed it in like it doesn't matter. West End Ron texts in and says, hey guys, my take on the lines for the playoffs, Savoy, McDavid, and Draisaitl, Nuge between Roslovic and Hyman, Dickinson with Podkolzin and Kapanen, Frederick, Henrique, and Doc make these lines. Top two can dominate all teams with a bona fide third line and crashing fourth line. Oilers of the 80s had this as a winning formula. Go Oilers, West End Ron. There you go. I like West End Ron giving us that 80s Oilers reference in the 6 o'clock hour. You had to have one of them. Trev, you like those lines better, don't you?
Those I'm texting them right now. Those are my exact same lines.
Those are your exact same lines?
Yeah.
Are you actually West End Ron?
Maybe I'm West End Ron.
Is that what this is?
Yeah. No, I like his logic. He's a smart guy. I can tell. He knows puck.
He knows puck. Pistol Pete says, why am I the only one I see with a giant car flag on my truck? What is happening? I did not see an Oilers car flag all weekend.
I saw one. It's opening round fatigue.
I saw
it's better
one
it's
too.
against the Ducks, not the Kings.
It's time to step up. Don't give me this opening round fatigue stuff.
I'm with you. I'm just saying.
Throw a damn car flag on. What are we doing here? 780-218-9999. 6 o'clock hours presented to you by Ewell. Speaking of you 6 o'clockers, 6 o'clocker lager, and shout out to Alley Cat. Dropped off a couple of flats on Friday. Alley Cat has put, and Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, 6 o'clocker lager for the playoffs on special, just $12.99 for the 4 tall boys. Absolutely delicious. Pick it up at Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, just $12.99. You'll find the 6 o'clocker lager, and it is one of the smoothest drinking beers you'll ever have in your entire life. Have you put on your car flag? And if not, why not? We'll get to the bottom of this. Darren Dreger is going to join us just after 7 here. Play Alberta early bird bet of the day. We're going to reveal our Wayne Gretzky playoff peel-off around 7:30 today. And then top 10 players in this Oilers-Ducks series. We'll dive into that conversation around 7:45 this morning. If you're listening over on 95.7 Cruise FM, tell your friends that the Nielson Show is back on the radio. And if you're looking for the best morning source of playoff discussion and entertainment, you got to be here with us. You got a couple minutes commercials, quick traffic update over there with Pauline Higgins. All of our online platforms. Hey, if you're watching on YouTube, we were almost at a 200 here. Let's hammer the, we're 10 away from changing 200 before 7 o'clock. So smash the thumbs up for us. We got a sports update online with Lieutenant Eric, brought to you by Expedia Cruises in Northeast Edmonton and Chelsea LaBelle. If you're planning your next cruise or vacation destination, 780-970-4834. You want to go watch the Oilers in the playoffs on the road? Text Chelsea, 780-970-4834. If you want to get on that wait list to join Trev watching the Blue Jays July 17th and 19th, that's the number where you can do that as well. Here's the update.
Game 1 tonight down at Rogers Place. Oilers and Ducks will get you set here on EST throughout the day, leading up to Tom Gazzola live from the Canadian Ice House downtown for the GCL Diesel pre- and post-game shows. Coverage gets underway at 6:30 here on EST. Leon Draisaitl yesterday centering Vasily Podkolzin and Kasperi Kapanen. Both the player and the head coach non-committal, though, about his status for tonight. Jason Dickinson also skating for the first time since his injury April 8th. He was centering Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and Jack Roslovic. Action from yesterday, all game ones. Colorado over the Kings 2-1. Montreal over Tampa 4-3 in overtime. Juraj Slafkovsky, a hat trick and the overtime winner. Tage Thompson had a pair of goals as the Sabres rallied to knock off the Bruins 4-3. And Vegas also rallying to double up Utah 4-2. Oilers-Ducks game 1 tonight. Also 3 game 2s as Philly look to go 2-0 up. They're in Pittsburgh at 5. Carolina host Ottawa, leading that series 1-0 at 5:30. And Minnesota and Dallas from the Big D at 7:30 with the Wild sporting a 1-0 series lead. Over to the NBA postseason yesterday, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown combined for 51, leading the Celtics over the Sixers 123-91. SGA had 25. Thunder topped the Suns 119-84. It was number 8 over number 1 as the Magic would defeat the Pistons 112-101. And Victor Wembanyama, 35 points, leading the Spurs over Portland 111-98. Raptors look to even their series with the Cavs tonight. Game 2 from Cleveland at 5. Elsewhere, the Knicks host the Hawks, and Minnesota are in Denver. Toronto Blue Jays would avoid the sweep in Arizona with a 10-4 victory over the Diamondbacks yesterday. Jays will round out their 9-game road trip beginning tonight with a 3-game set against the Angels. Dylan Cease gets the start. First pitch, 7:38. And Matt Fitzpatrick defeating Scotty Scheffler in a playoff to capture the RBC Heritage Open at 18 under par. Sports update Brought to you by Expedia Cruises. Join YouTube Trev for the best trip of his life, a weekend of Jays baseball in Toronto, July 17 to 19. You can get on the wait list now by contacting Chelsea LaBelle at Expedia Cruises Northeast Edmonton, 780-970-4834.
I am a Zach High man with the Leafs I used to ride, with Austin Matthews by my side. I scored a couple and I had a little fun. Signed with the Oilers in July of 21. The Leafs let me walk because they thought I had no soul. Now I'm over 50 goals. I am the dangler from way across the other side, where Beamers and Audis are supplied. Third overall in the draft 2014. Got a one-timer like the game has never seen. Bottom of the circle is the place where I get set. It's going in the net. I'm Nugent Hopkins. I was born in 93. All the way from Burnaby. Played some junior for Red Deer and had a ball. Signed with the Oilers when I went first overall. My two-way game, they said, is totally complete. The best in the league. The best in the league. The league. The league. The league. I'm Connor McDavid. I'm sure you've all seen my work. I'm not from this planet Earth. I'm deadly serious when I'm telling you what's up. My soul, it will not rest until we hoist the cup. Do what it takes through all the struggle and the pain, till just the oil remains. And we're gonna win again and again and again.
7:06. It's the Nielsen Show on the morning of Game 1, Oilers and Ducks tonight. All Nielsen Show songs brought to you by Sportball. Spring is the perfect time for kids to get active, try new sports, build confidence. Multi-sport programs introduce soccer, baseball, basketball, football, and more. Focus on fun first, no pressure. Just play and learning. Visit sportball.com. Use the code EST15 for 15% off select classes. We're coming at you for the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen Studio this morning. Nielsen Show today and every day brought to you by our partners over at Weiss Johnson. Check them out, weiss-johnson.com. Second hour of the show looks like this. Dreger's going to join us right away to help us set up Game 1. We'll work together here to build a little Play Alberta early bird bet of the day for Game 1 tonight. That's good for the Italian Center just after 7:30. We've created the Major League style peel-off. So for every Oilers win, we're going to peel off a piece of, we made this Wayne Gretzky playoff peel-off, and we're going to lay that out for you. At,
I can't wait for the finished product.
I know. Imagine if they go 16 dubs. Top 10 players in this series. We'll dive into that a little bit coming up here before 8 o'clock this morning as well. Second hour of the show, the 7 o'clock hour, is brought to you by GameSense. When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. And remember, if you gamble, use your GameSense. Darren Dreger is our GS Construction Hockey Insider for more than 5 decades. GS has been proud to serve our community. Once again, they are hiring now. It is hiring season over at GS Construction. They're looking for experienced top men, pipe layers, and operators. Visit gsconstruction.ca. Click on careers to find out more. And Dregs, of course, joins us on our Firehouse Subs hotline this morning. All right, Darren Dreger, it is game 1 between the Oilers and Ducks. And one of the big storylines that we were talking about all of last week was the health of the Edmonton Oilers. Leon Draisaitl centering the second line of practice yesterday. Even Dickinson was on the third line. Of course, we'll have to wait and see what happens tonight. But I mean, pretty positive steps considering where we were at a week ago with the health of those guys.
Yeah, I haven't got a whole lot of intel on Dickinson, but again, when you're lining up in practice the way that they did, that's always a good sign, right? I'm more confident in Leon Draisaitl. I'm not going to guarantee that he's good to go for game 1, but I'd be very, very surprised. I know there's a high level of confidence that he's going to be in the lineup in the opening game of this series against the Ducks. So, is anybody 100% healthy? No, not at this time of year. But as we've seen in the past with Leon Draisaitl, who's played through some real difficult injuries when it comes to the Stanley Cup playoffs, he's had time to rest. The way he's pushed himself of late, he's going to be impactful. He's going to be a difference maker. That's what he is at 60%. But I just think that overall the confidence of the team has to elevate when you've got Leon back into the mix. And if Dickinson is good to go as your number 3, up the middle of the ice, the Anaheim Ducks are going to have a serious problem.
Took us about a half an hour this morning to finally mention Oilers goaltending heading into game 1, which is a refreshing turn as well from past season. That's another confidence boost for this team heading in with the play of Ingram as of late.
It is. But again, being critical, and that's what media are, we're critical, right? In hockey, I always joke about this, but you watch a golf tournament, and unless a guy implodes on a hole, the telecasts don't normally show that. They show the positive. They show the good things that the golfers are doing out there. So it is refreshing, and it's nice to talk about the Oilers goaltending in a positive light. But it still feels, to me at least, and I'm far from a goalie expert, that you've got to at least pencil the question mark beside the goaltending. Not Ingram specifically. I mean, obviously he'd have to sag. There'd have to be a reason for Knobloch to go, okay, well, that didn't work out, so here we go again. But I do think that it's fair, given everything that the Oilers have endured over this season, to at least put that on a line of factors, questions going into this best of 7 series. But I've said this on the show before, and I said it on our playoff preview on Friday. I give Jamie Noodles McLennan a ton of credit for this, because when Ingram was brought into the organization, everybody around the National Hockey League is going, with this guy's history, how is this going to play out? What sort of goaltending can they expect even at the American League level? And Noodles at that point said, hey, given the mechanics of this guy, if he's got his game back in order and he's able to do that and they're patient with him at the American League level, he has the potential, the opportunity to be the best goalie in the organization in the not too distant future. And whether that was prophetic or that was just Noodles having the scouting eye and goaltending that he does, I mean, that's the way it's played out. Now it's unfortunate because of everything that the organization has been through with their goalies. But why can't Connor Ingram be part of the solution? And why can't he elevate his game the way you have to? Every player has to elevate to have the level of success that the Oilers are hungry for. And unfortunately, in Edmonton's case, success is measured by one game. That's game 7 of the Stanley Cup final. Yeah. That's what it is.
Darren Dreger with us on the Firehouse Subs hotline this morning. Oilers and Ducks game 1 tonight. You go and you look at the Ducks and you look at their top scorers, and you got Cutter Gauthier, who scored 40. You've got Leo Carlsson, who missed some time but is an absolute stud. Bennett Seneca had a great season as well. But mixed in there are the Troy Terrys, the Chris Kreiders, Granlund, Killorn. Like, they've done a really good job putting some veteran guys with playoff experience around those kids, haven't they?
I'm so glad you brought that up, because we forget about those players. And those players in a lot of markets are star players. And they're stars in Anaheim, don't get me wrong. But it is the evolution of those young pieces that make this team so entertaining because those young guys are still developing, right? They're game breakers because of their offensive talent and ability and level of production, but they're still finding their way. And now this is a new set of circumstances and a far heftier challenge, right? In going into round one against, a Stanley Cup worthy championship team. We can debate the year that the Oilers have had, but you do have to pay respect to the last 2 seasons and the marathon of success, right? And that's the way I'd be approaching it if I'm the Anaheim Ducks. And I don't think that they won't look at it that way. But look, Edmonton should prevail, but I have a feeling that this series is going to be a little bit closer than most expect. I do. Any sort of defensive mistake that is made, I think that there's enough firepower in that Anaheim lineup that they're going to take advantage of that. And let's not overlook coaching and how that can be a factor. And Joel Quenneville is going to push every button that there is. Every single button, with his veteran guys, with his younger guys, matchup games, all of that. I mean, why wouldn't he? He's going to use every weapon possible because he knows that they're the significant underdog going into the best of 7.
A couple of guys that we haven't brought up yet, but when we were talking about last week, letting listeners chime in on who they want the Oilers to play, 2 names that came up when it got to the Ducks as I don't know if I'm playing them, were both Trouba and Gudas, who've been known to be extremely physical. Basically all the time with those 2 guys. We could talk about John Carlson and in a different element, but their right side on the back end,
ass.
That right side is extremely talent laden from a veteran perspective. But Trouba and Gudas, a couple of wild cards on the back end there, aren't they?
Head on a swivel, yes.
Yeah.
But you do have to be mindful of a couple of things. If you're running out of position to complete that hit. Given the Oilers' level of speed, especially with their top end guys, they're going to take advantage of that, right? But that's not to say that you can't do damage in front of the net, in the corners, and wear the Oilers down. And I think that's what the Anaheim Ducks are hoping for, from that back end. But that back end can also be pretty slick. These guys have that physical presence. Yes, the 2 guys, especially in Trouba and Gudas that you mentioned. But with John Carlson and some of the other elements that they have on that blue line, they're smart, mobile players, right? So they're going to move the puck, and they're going to move the puck with some level of accuracy. So, again, if we're making sound comparisons, if the Oilers' blue line is in tune, I like it. And I like it for different reasons. I like it more than I like the Anaheim Ducks defensive core. But the Anaheim Ducks are a team that is built with that balance of experience and youth that they're not going to be pushed around defensively, and nor can they be taken advantage of unless they want to play that physical game and they get caught in the process of trying to execute. But I don't think, given their experience, that'll be an issue.
We were all anticipating that playoff atmosphere down in Buffalo. That was the one you kind of penciled in and circled. But the pop bottle was just getting shaken up throughout the game, and you're like, when can they finally bust? No goals. Bruins had the lead. How big of a win was that for the Sabres, first off, to rally and get it? And then how big of a loss for the Bruins? I know these series are long and lots of things can happen in momentum, but to have that one there on the road in that environment and let it slip away late.
Yeah, it's more problematic for the Bruins because I felt like they played a really good hockey game. They came out firing. I also thought that given the season of the Buffalo Sabres, Boston had to find a way to not just lean on Jeremy Swayman, who for me is the primary reason. They've got good stories there. Pasternak is a heart candidate. Zaka had a nice year. Go down the list. Geeky, Fraser Minton, all the nice pieces that the Boston Bruins have. I felt like Boston was going to have to try and dumb things down, to try and slow down the pace of the Buffalo Sabres, right? And kind of take away their level of creativity, time and space, all the cliche stuff. That was the game plan that I thought Boston was going to have to play early on. They didn't. It looked like they were okay with swapping punches and maybe felt like, okay, let's get a 1 or a 2 goal lead, and then we can start kicking back into more of a shutdown mode. Well, it worked until it didn't work. right? And then the stars, the game breakers, the Buffalo Sabres find a way. Tage Thompson.
He was excellent in that third, man.
So good. So. And I mean, it's not like the guy doesn't get credit. He's an American Olympian, a gold medalist. He's a superstar in the National Hockey League. It's not like he's underrated, but you are measured by your level of success in the Stanley Cup playoffs. And this is our first taste. We haven't seen Buffalo in the playoffs. So for Tage Thompson to step up to the plate and will his team through his skill set into that game and then complete the comeback in the fashion that they did. And Alex Tuck, contributes in his way. That's symbolic of the way the Buffalo Sabres marched from the point where they fired their general manager into winning the division. I mean, that's just how good this team is, and they served notice in that comeback win in Game 1 over the Bruins.
And Dregs, we can't wrap without talking about the Habs and the Lightning yesterday. An all-timer from Slavkovsky, 3 power play goals, including the winner in overtime in a game in which there were a lot of power plays, more than you usually see, I think, in an NHL playoff game. But, for the Habs, as the youngest team in the playoffs, to have their young guys step up in a big moment like that, Tampa's not going to be overly rattled by it, but that is a massive, massive win for Montreal.
So we made a big deal of the physicality of this series and how rough and tumble the Tampa Bay Lightning have been, right? And the fact that they take more penalties than anybody else, blah, 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 blah. I get it. They can be rough. They can be tough to play against. But going in, I did feel like, especially up front, even though they have diminutive forwards, they don't play that. Cole Caulfield does not play like a small forward. He doesn't. Ray Ferraro made that distinction. There's a difference between being small and being short. Caulfield is short, but he competes like, a bigger forward. So I felt like the two guys that had to find a way to make a difference physically in that regard is Slavkovsky and Josh Anderson. And both men showed up in a magnificent way. And now you're talking about a top-line guy in Uri Slavkovsky. Let's be honest here. That was a milestone night for him in Game 1. Milestone. Gets the hat trick, 3 power play goals. Incredible, right? He's not going to do that every game, obviously. He's not going to score every game. But he can play that power forward game every night and every single shift. And that's what Tampa Bay is going to face for the remainder of this series. And they're getting that from Anderson as well in the bottom 6. So those are 2 hulking forces that are going to be a challenge for Tampa Bay. But as John Cooper said post-game, I think they took 4 offensive zone penalties. So that kind of stuff, the discipline element of the Tampa Bay Lightning, they can clean that up. So they're not going to get pushed around in Game 2, I don't think.
Dregs, great stuff, man. When's the next episode of Ray and Dregs drop?
I believe tomorrow, and we actually may have to use a guest analyst. The O-Dog could make his first appearance.
O-Dog sliding in
this week. Yeah, well, only because, again, with Ray's commitment to the Stanley Cup playoffs, man, it's planes, trains, and automobiles for this guy getting to wherever he needs to be next. So a bit challenging with the schedule. So we'll get O-Dog's take on everything that is playoffs. And we got to get a taste of the Maple Leafs process and their hunt for a GM as well. So tomorrow, I think we'll drop.
All right, good stuff, man. Thanks for the time, and we'll chat with you next Monday.
Hey, guys, have a good one.
There you go. That is Darren Dreger joining us on the Firehouse Subs hotline. Remember, when the Oilers win 2 in a row, you can get that medium brisket hat trick for just $8.99. 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area. Easy grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs, hot, hearty, and made to satisfy. If you're watching over on YouTube today, please subscribe to the channel. We think you'll like what we have going all the time. And hammer the thumbs up for us. Continues to push the show out to others. We're closing in almost to 250. Let's blow through 300 here. Are we on like playoff 500 Lake shows again?
Oh, we're back.
I feel like we could take a good run at it today. Yeah. So if you're watching on YouTube right now, hammer the thumbs up for us. Already blew through 200 here this morning. Hit it, Trev.
Changing 200.
Changing 200 indeed. Portions of this hour brought to you by Hammer Injury Law. Serious injuries, they need a hammer. Rick Mallon of Hammer Injury Law has over 35 years of injury law experience. Don't face your insurance company alone. Contact them today for a free consultation to start your injury claim. Visit hammerinjurylaw.ca or call 1-855-98-HAMMER.
Again?
1-855-98-HAMMER.
One more time.
1-855-98-HAMMER. Serious injuries need a hammer. HammerInjuryLaw.ca. All right, if you want to chime in on anything Drake's had to say, 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999, and we'll get to a few of those as we work our way through the show. This text came in when we were chatting with Dregs. Morning, guys. Crazy stat. Check out Troy Terry's hit total. They all happened in the third last game of the year. 60-ish games without a hit. How can that happen? Don't you have to accidentally bump into someone somewhere along the way?
Oh, we all know.
I didn't look into it, I'll tell you, but that's a
how
thing.
Hits are calculated, eh?
It's all hit and miss. Doesn't surprise me that he didn't have a single hit for 60 games.
Somebody also,
if that is the case.
Yeah, Tuck had 10 last night.
He had 10 last night. All over the place. This text, first time they've ever texted in, probably listening on 95.7 Cruise FM. Thank you very much. Tell your friends. With Leon, what are your thoughts on resting him until the Oilers lose a game in the first round? Is that just too overconfident? Will the extra rest help him later in the playoffs?
I wouldn't rush him in tonight. I'd see how it looks. You're playing with a little... No, I get it.
No,
I
play him.
get competitiveness. He wants everybody wants to play. I get all that.
Well, it counts. He's looked good for 5 days.
Yeah, sure. But
you're playing him. It's way too overconfident. Look, it's no way, no chance. I understand what you're saying, like the text, but Like we can sit here and predict the Oilers to win in 5, maybe 6. Dreg says he thinks it's going to be. Dreger's probably right. It's probably going to be closer than some of us in Edmonton are painting that picture.
Well,
of
we're
right
coming
now.
off the Canucks win, so
it's all the momentum
running
from
off those feuds,
beating the god awful Canucks. But yeah, you cannot. This is not a place where you go. Don't need Leon until they lose one. You want Leon Draisaitl playing. If he's good to go, which it looks like he has been for the last few days, then he will be in the lineup. But feel free to chime in on that conversation. All right, let's get to your Play Alberta early bird bet of the day. Oilers and Ducks tonight. The Edmonton Oilers right now, and Play Alberta, title sponsor of everything we do here at Edmonton Sports Talk. Oilers are minus 169 money line favorites. And the total for this game is at 7.5.
Give me the over.
My God. I don't know. I think it.
I bet you tonight's like a 2-0 or a 2.
Yeah. Like that's
probably something.
Like now it is so juiced towards the under 7.5, obviously at minus 182. But that's just insane. Popping up the line and seeing the total set at 7.5 in this game. Trev, do you think this is? You think they run and gun this thing? Is this like a 5-3 game tonight?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's going to be goals, goals, goals.
I hope not for the Oilers' sake. They've been playing better defense lately, and Ingram's been playing pretty well.
Yeah.
I'll be a little concerned if they allow the Ducks to score 4 tonight.
They'd probably be just as concerned, if not more. But I think it's going to be a buzz. I'd hit the over. Pound the over for sure.
I think I'd probably... Okay, so we're not going to put the total into this thing because I think at 7.5,
I think the over would hit like a couple of times this series, but game 1...
Yeah, it's tough to say.
You're kind of like...
We'll just leave it out of the parlay.
Cagey, eh?
All right, Connor McDavid, 2 points tonight.
Boom.
Easy peasy.
Yeah. Book it.
All right, we'll go McDavid, 2 points. Oilers on the money line. Boosh with a point.
Boosh point.
Boosh point.
Let's run back the old classic here.
Draisaitl point. Returns the lineup.
Sure.
That's just a classic.
Sure.
That's just our old steady Eddie. Oilers to win. McDavid 2 points. Boosh and Draisaitl each with a point. Is that too simple for the opening day of the playoffs, or are we just trying to get a cash here?
King of Fort Nasty. I'm so overconfident in this series, I'd put Jari in net. LOL cheers.
Shut up. Go away. Go away with your ridiculous takes. McDavid over 1.5 points. Bouchard over 0.5 point. And Draisaitl. Yeah. Hey, Draisaitl can return the lineup.
What's with the heck?
What did Overtime Quinter call him?
The Duck Hunt. We played that last week.
The Duck Hunter.
The Duck Hunter.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. All right, so that'll be your early bird bet of the day. Early bird bet of the day. Oilers money line, McDavid 2 points, Boosh point, Draisaitl point. Let's start simple. Let's try to lock in a dub on a Monday of game 1. You'll be able to find it. You go to playalberta.ca. And then you click on EST specials, and there will be more coming up. I'll have Dusty's play of the day. We'll have the Lock Shot Partner Parlay. We'll have the Screw It, Let's Do It from EST Afternoons. Jay's play of the day. Some stuff from the DGen Den as well. So that is all going to be there on the EST specials page at playalberta.ca. Sharpie texts in and says, I'm going to be on the under for sure because Anaheim will be doing everything they can to limit Edmonton's offense. He referred to Edmonton as Eddie, to limit Eddie's offense.
Okay.
Have you ever seen Edmonton referred to as Eddie?
Not yet.
That's really bizarre to me. Huh. In addition, they haven't been in the playoffs in forever, so the Ducks will be playing it safe. Jeremy texts in and says, defensive playoff Oilers show up tonight 3-1. I think I also might like the under 6.5, but
this is 7.
It's at 7.5.
7.5, yeah.
You could take it at 7, and then if there is 7, you push. All right. EMG says, I predict an Oilers win tonight and Leon scores. Oh, boy, that's that really touches them all there. I think you'd be pretty excited about that. Like I mentioned earlier in the show, we've got you covered all day long, all the way up until puck drop. The Reed Wilkins show will go until 6:30 today, and then Tommy will take over with the GCL Diesel pre- and post-game show at 6:30, which will take you up to puck drop, and then obviously post-game coverage as well with Tom Gazzola, Sean Bell, Benny Thompson, and Reed Wilkins immediately following the game. You can listen to it on TuneIn, iHeart, watch over on YouTube as well. All right, coming up, we're going to revisit Gimme That Cup. We've got That's Good for the Italian Center, which means we're going to reveal the Wayne Gretzky playoff peel-off, which is kind of exciting. And then we'll dive into who are the top 10 players in this series. If you're listening on 95.7, couple minutes commercials, traffic update with the lovely Pauline Higgins. If you're online with us today, we got a sports update with LTE, brought to you by the great staff at Park Mazda and dealer principal Mitch Lewicki, who's predicting the Oilers to win in 3. Visit them at 983 First Street in Sherwood Park.
True gentleman's sweep. You let them have this one tonight, and then you win 4. Just saying. Game 1, Oilers-Ducks tonight down at Rogers Place. We will get you set throughout the day here on Edmonton Sports Talk, leading up to the GCL Diesel pre- and post-game shows. Join Tom Gazzola live from the Canadian Ice House downtown. Coverage begins at 6:30 here on EST. Leon Draisaitl centering Vasily Podkolzin and Kasperi Kapanen on yesterday's team skate. Both the player and head coach Chris Knobloch non-committal about his status for tonight. Also a Jason Dickinson sighting as he was skating for the first time since April 8th. He was centering Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and Jack Roslovic. 4 game ones from yesterday. Scott Wedgwood had 24 saves as the Avalanche would outlast the Kings 2-1. Juraj Slafkovsky had the hat trick and the overtime winner, leading the Habs over the Bolts 4-3. Tage Thompson had a pair of goals. Sabres rallied to knock off the Bruins 4-3. And Vegas would double up Utah 4-2. A trio of Game 2s tonight. 5 o'clock, Penguins host Philly with the Flyers leading 1-0. Carolina at home to Ottawa, looking to go 2-up on the Sens. That's at 5:30. And at 7:30, Dallas looked to even their series at home to the Wild. NBA playoffs from yesterday. Victor Wembanyama, 35 points. Spurs defeat Portland 111-98. Orlando with a big win in Detroit, 112-101 over the Pistons. SGA had 25 points, leading the Thunder over the Suns, 119-84. And it was Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown combining for 51 as the Celtics knock off the Sixers 123-91. 3 game 2s tonight, including the Raptors looking to even their series with the Cavs. Tip-off 5 o'clock down in Cleveland. Toronto Blue Jays would avoid the sweep in Arizona as they would defeat the Diamondbacks 10-4. Jays will round out a 9-game road trip beginning tonight, kicking off a 3-game set with the Angels. First pitch, 7:38. Dylan Cease, the scheduled starter for Toronto. And Matt Fitzpatrick defeating Scotty Scheffler in a playoff, capturing the RBC Heritage Open at 18 under. Sports Update brought to you by the great staff at Park Mazda and dealer principal Mitch Lewicki, where his car flag isn't on his vehicle because he's wearing it.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button. Thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as newborn 8-pound, 6-ounce Mitch Lewicki. You can picture grown-up Mitch, or teenage Mitch, or bearded Mitch, or whoever you want.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
I like to win cups and I cannot lie. Count 'em up and we've got 5. And when Connor walks in at a shifty, nifty pace, moving with such grace you get sprung. Gonna be a bit rough, cause you know stopping him is tough. Deep in the dance they're going. You're stoked, got the car flag flowing. Oh, Stanley, they wanna get with ya and take their picture. My homeboys tried to warn me. Another playoff song? Oh, that's so corny. Ooh, arena is pumping. You wanna be with your friends? Excuse me, cause the game ticket costs 2 G's. Oilers advancing. The hell with finances. Just get in debt, then pay it with the future's bet. I'm tired of magazines saying Connor just can't win. Take the average Oil fan and ask him that. You're gonna get yourself slapped. So fellas, you want the Oilers to win the cup? Well, take it. Take that Stanley Cup. Bring the cup back. Cruising down the street on 104. It's like that, and it's like this. The playoffs are back, no game you can miss. Get your credit card, you know what I'm thinking. Put the jersey on, it's time to go drinking. Power play scores, and they're starting to begin. Now we win up bets, so my tickets cash in. Oh, Hyman, you pro. Drive's coming back, I'm thinking here we go. So fee-fi-fo, puck's fun. That jersey on your back, oh, here they come now. We gotta get a cup, gotta get it quick. You know, because we love to win, so give me that cup. Give me that cup. Give me that cup. Give me that cup. Okay, back to the puck of basics. Got so close last spring you could taste it. Gotta win, oh no, don't you waste it. Don't matter who you're facing. You know one thing. You know me, I like to win. That cup, you know what? So roll on, Oilers, we believe in ya. But they'll make it all the way. I'm riding that wagon, scream and shout. This game is the same. Just another playoff with a cup to claim. So win it all, baby. Win it all, baby. Win it all, baby. Give me that cup. 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 Give me that. Now I love playoffs and playoffs love me. Like a lemon to a lime and a donut to the meat. You know it's real good, no one can resist it. Take some days off so you don't have to miss it. Cause in the playoffs is the place to be. Always scoring is the life for me. Spread them legs open far and wide. Snuff it in, just watch, protect the puck inside. So give me that cup. Give me that cup. Give me that cup.
Give me that cup. Let's go get one this year, hey? Enough of getting close. Let's mix it up a little bit. We're adding in a little hip hop from the 90s with the rock songs that we had the last couple of years and no shortage of tunes as we work our way through the playoffs this year. You can text us anytime, 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999. If you are watching over on YouTube today, 8 likes away from changing 300. So hammer the thumbs up over there as well. We're going to get into, that's a good, because it's a good time of year. We're going to get into that for the Italian Center. Trying to think if you're out. I know we'll get to this. It's got to be funny just seeing the
I want
back
to draw
of
a face on the back, just 2 dots and a smile, just for this purpose.
I'm trying to think. The Italian Center tonight. What do you want to get? Taking big pizzas?
You could.
I'm thinking I'd probably go a couple take and bakes.
You've done the pastas before. You know this.
Yeah, we do pastas all the time.
Now you could have a scenario here, and the pizzas are a nice thin crust. You could have a scenario where you get a panino, you chop it up real fine, like just small, have those kind of situated on a plate. You can kind of munch on those. Then you could, as you're munching on those, throw a pie in the oven. Maybe you have friends over, you each get a slice, and then for the main event, you could really touch them all. Like you could do the full.
You could do them all.
The full swack here.
Yeah,
and then you get the best of all worlds there. Definitely within the realm.
That's good.
Yeah.
That is good. All right, so a couple of good things that we got here for the postseason. Tommy Gazzola on location again all throughout the playoffs. For home games, he'll be set up at the Ice House right across from the rink, so he can hop on over, taking the game, then go back to the Ice House. So he'll be at the Ice House tonight for games 1 and game 2. Game 3 on Friday night, he'll be at the Clairview Boston Pizza location. No bigger screen to watch a game on in the city, I think, than the one
gave me a look at that Boston Pizza playoff menu as well. They got some.
Oh, it looks good.
Fresh,
There's some bangers over there. On Sunday for Game 4, Boston Pizza Westgate on 170th.
Yeah.
You're going to be take it easy. We got to work Monday morning.
Oh no, it'd be great.
Then obviously Game 5 if necessary back at Ice House. Game 6 if necessary will be Hudson's on White, which will be a good time. And then Game 7 we'll be back at Ice House.
Sunday as well, 730. Start time.
So slightly earlier on
probably
Sunday.
8. Tonight will be like 8:45.
Slightly earlier on Sunday. Yeah. So that's good. You can text us anytime. T-Mac texts in and says, that is the best usage of Easy-E since Eric Bischoff tried to call himself Easy-E.
Nice Bischoff drop.
Remember that's a good one. Jerry's in and says, LOL, give me that cup. Brilliant. Love it. Another banger. That's in from Jerry. Jerry, hello. All right, so that's good. 6 o'clock loggers on special for the playoffs. $12.99 for 4 tall boys. That's available at all Sobeys and Safeway liquor locations. So you get your hands on that.
Look at Paulie Deuce here. We got the panini platters, 2 of them for a crew of about 15 at the shop Friday. Huge hit, tons of leftovers. Everybody was full. Definitely doing that again. That's the way to go.
Good.
That's the way to go.
Hey, for the boys at the shop,
you can get one for yourself, and that's fine. But when you cut them up in those pieces and you get them as a communal, yeah.
Everybody's just having little ones.
Great party platter.
You're saying, I'll just have 1 or 2. Then you have 5. You're stuffed.
Yeah.
You are stuffed. So that's good. All right, and then we've got this. So Lee and the team over at the Vignettes team helped us. We were joking about this. We're like, you know what? It'd be fun. We got the shirts this year that say "Win the whole effing thing," which of course is from the movie Major League.
Well, then I guess there's only one thing left to do. What's that? Win the whole thing.
Right? It's time to win the whole effing thing. They've been close the last couple of years. This year was a real up and down season. You're not sure what type of team you had, but they're going to rally together and win the whole thing. And for every playoff win that they do come up with, we are going to peel off a piece of tracksuit from this guy, Wayne Gretzky.
Let's see this.
Oh, look at this! How beautiful is this? So when the Oilers win, we'll peel off. So we'll be able to peel it off, and you'll just see his skin. So there should be 16 different things here to peel off. So if they win tonight, tomorrow morning, we will be peeling off a piece of the great one until he's down to his skivvies, as they say.
You got an idea on number 1?
I don't know. What do you think?
Kind of like to go here?
I'm thinking shoulder or shin.
Start at the bottom, work our way up, or
maybe we go down here. Maybe we take off like.
We don't.
This piece
want
right
to
here.
tease,
Well,
right?
just a little one. Just a little tease. Just a little skin.
Yeah.
Just a little skin
to start.
So we could probably get to
like?
that. So this is gonna be incredible. So for every win, you got to be sure you're with us. We'll do it in the 6 o'clock hour probably, and we'll peel off another. Should we do it in the 6 o'clock hour? Should we save it for 7:30?
It is kind of a thing for 6. Like it's
It's a 6 o'clock thing for sure, but
we could keep bringing it back.
Even if you start watching later, you can quickly scroll back and watch us peel it off. I feel like we got to peel it off in the 6 o'clock hour.
Yeah.
So huge shout out to Lee and the team. We were just sitting there one day talking about it. We're like, oh, wouldn't it be funny to like peel off something?
But how could you do it?
I didn't think it was.
Can make a
I didn't
shirt.
think it was possible. Shirts are easy, right?
But who in the right mind could concoct something like this?
Sure enough, Lee and the Vignettes team were like, we can make that. I said,
Lee brought a few beers as well Friday.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah,
Lee's
a couple.
a beauty.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I can't believe that I missed
boys.
I can't believe I missed that.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is our Wayne Gretzky playoff peel off. Fits on the desk perfectly.
Yeah.
And we'll be peeling off, and hopefully, if they win a cup, you'll see him right down to his undies. And everybody will be like, that's Wayne Gretzky. And it's a photo of him. Obviously, they made this tracksuit and put it on him, but
wait till you peel off the undies.
Oh boy, we're not going to do that.
That's why it's a 6 o'clocker thing.
All right, so there you go.
Yes,
that is the Wayne Gretzky playoff peel off. That's exciting. Great. This is a good sturdy base.
It's a good stand too.
Look
Yeah,
at this
yeah,
stand.
Yeah.
It's like a good metal stand. So that's going to work out very well. If you are listening over on like online, TuneIn or iHeart, you didn't see this. Maybe we'll take a picture of it and post it a little bit later on. But looking forward to this. Sorry, waiter.
It is kind of cumbersome.
All right, so hopefully, man, you know what?
They should have done the big one.
This is going to be the worst thing ever if they get swept by the Ducks. Well, with that being said, then we'll save Wayne for next year because they wouldn't have anything taken off. So, yeah. Now that I know that there's people there that can make things like this, we can get real creative with some funny bits here moving forward, which should be pretty good, I think.
Yeah, we could do like an Elks one too. For every
winter in the season.
During the season.
Mark Killam's clothes come off. Also not a horrible idea.
Hey.
Also not a horrible idea. All right, couple other things that kind of fall under, that's good. The Ranch. The Ranch opens up tomorrow for golf. Tee sheet goes live at noon today. All right, so I got a text from Murray McCourt yesterday. Said that the Ranch is opening tomorrow. So if you want to go out and hit the links, T-Sheet opens today at the Ranch. We launched another EST Swag pop-up store. This is different. We did the pre-sale for the T-shirts yesterday, the Win the Whole Effing Thing T-shirts. That went very well. Thank you to everybody who ordered those. But Maddie's been working with the Hive and put together another EST shop online. This one will only be up for a couple of weeks. It's our spring pop-up store. And lots of good stuff on there. You've got hoodies, you've got T-shirts, you've got pants and shorts, you've got a baseball jersey if you want. There's some golf shirts. I'm really looking forward to getting my hands on some of those sweatpants.
The sweatpants and the shorts.
Yeah, to have
caught
EST
my eye.
sweatpants are. I'm going to get my hands on those.
Those polos too are very exciting.
They look nice too. Yeah, they look nice. And there's a ladies sleeveless polo as well, so the ladies can show their pipes in the summer. So all of that's available. Go to edmontonsportstalk.com and to check that out as well.
Give me that.
Somebody said Dusty and Eric after they beat the Ducks will be going to Corey the Butcher going, give me that duck. And then we'll eat a duck.
That's not bad.
If it's a gentleman's sweep show, because only the finest of gentlemen eat duck. All right, that's a good one. Orca Driver saying he'll bring in some duck for us. If I've never had duck, but I feel like it's something that I would be adventurous enough to try because it can't be that much different than chicken.
Oh yeah,
I would think
same thing.
Yeah,
save the parson's nose for
close
me, Clark.
to the same thing. All right, we've got the top 10 players in this series. I want to get into that.
Adam in the nasty chat. I think Gizmo would do that live in terms of
Gizmo comes in and we pull off another piece. Giz probably would do that live.
Yeah.
It's just he always just wears like super tight white shirts. So he comes in, we pull off one white shirt, then the next day he comes in and pull off another, over and over and over again. All right, if you're watching over on YouTube today, we are just 65 likes away from changing 400. And sub to the channel, please, if you haven't already. All right, top 10 players in this series. Are you ready for this?
Let's go. Are you going to start at 1 to 10 or 10 to 1? Are you?
No, I think we got to start at 1 because it'd be a real buzzkill if we go from 10 up. Yeah, everybody's going to know where the top guys are, right? There's more intrigue. Don't you think, Trevor? Is there more intrigue if we reveal it going down?
Or just mix it up? You should throw them all in the hat and just pick them up.
I do have them
7.
ranked. I got them ranked.
Yeah.
I ranked them. Trev, you want to start at 1 or you want to start at 10?
Yeah, I kind of do.
But then there's no point in doing 1, 2, and 3 because once you get up there, you're going to be like, oh, yeah, and then there's those 3 guys.
If you just start at 1 and then you're like, who does make the cut? That'd be kind of interesting going down.
Like who doesn't even make the list? That's what I think.
That's
because there's lots of guys.
Okay. You can present
Now, you didn't have a rule where it's got to be 5 and 5? Like there's no fairness.
I didn't have that rule.
Okay. Okay. Say no more.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think I know what that means.
Wow, Trev, you were on fire today.
It's all the synapses there.
People are saying go from 10 to 1. No, there's no drama going 10 to 1 because you know who's at number 1.
Connor.
If we start at number 1, you don't know who's at 10. Right? You probably know who 1, 2, and 3 are. So why would I work my way up to that?
I think Oilers fans just like hearing it.
Number 1 are McDavid, Draisaitl, and Bush. Done. 1, 2,
They're
3.
all one?
No,
Oh.
1, 2, 3. Done. Now it's out there. Now I'm working
jeez.
my way back up. I'm going from 10 to 4.
This is
10
nuts.
to 4 is interesting.
Okay.
Right? So, yes, McDavid's 1, Draisaitl's 2, Bouchard is 3. Some people might even try to say Bouchard's 2 and Draisaitl.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
maybe.
the debate
Maybe.
rage here.
Trev,
yeah.
would you do that?
No.
You're a big Bush guy.
I am. but
Do you love
no.
Bush enough to say he's a better player than Leon Draisaitl?
love
heading into
Leon
the
even
series?
more. I
Leon
love
coming
Leon.
off an injury.
Yeah, no, still. He's the duck hunter.
No Hyman in the top 3. Interesting.
No Hyman in the top 3. Very interesting.
Very interesting.
Looks like I hate Zach Hyman.
I need it here 4.
Number 4 on the list. See, this is better now.
Yeah, no, it's
Right? So now we know the top 3 are the. So, first of all, let's just start there with that conversation. The Oilers have a significant advantage at the top end of this thing. Right? They've got the 3 best players in the series. Usually, I think in most situations, the team with the best 3 players in the series is going to, or at least should, win the series. They've got a significant advantage at the top. We know that going in. Number 4 on the list. Now, I will say I'm a big fan of this kid. I think he's phenomenal. I got Carlson at number 4 on the list. I think Carlson's a stud. I think he's a stud. I'm actually excited that we get to watch him closely in this series. So I do have Carlson at 4th on this
John
list.
Carlson, number
No,
4.
not John Carlson. No, Leo Carlson. Leo Carlson.
okay.
Did you think John Carlson? No, Trev, you're messing with me today.
Yeah.
God, you sure look good in that win the whole effing thing shirt.
You do
though.
too. We
Thanks,
all look.
I think we all look good in it, don't we?
Well, then I guess there's only one thing left to do. What's that? Win the whole thing.
All right, so Carlson's number 4. Coming in at number 5. Some people might say it's a homer, but I got Zach Hyman at 5. I mean, Hyman had a tremendous year. So the Edmonton Oilers have, and we're about to get engaged on playoff Zach Hyman. Hit everything that moves Zach Hyman.
He's a playoff guy.
Hopefully he stays healthy.
No.
Zach Hyman. They have him last year.
It's a different story.
Could be a different story. Could be a different story. So I've got Zach Hyman at number 5 on this list. Number 6 on the list, picked up midway through the year from the Washington Capitals, John Carlson. I'm going to go with John Carlson. He's 60 points.
Interesting.
He's got 60 points on the back end, including almost a point per game with the Ducks so far. I mean, if Anaheim is going to win this series, they're going to have to find a way to score a pretty decent amount of goals, I think. And if that's going to happen, a lot of it's going to have to do with John Carlson, who has Stanley Cup winning pedigree, was one of the elite offensive defensemen in the league for a good stretch of his career. So I have John Carlson at number 6 on the list, followed by 41-goal man Cutter Gauthier. I mean, ridiculous season that he had. Almost twice as many goals as assists.
Yeah.
Like, he had a great season offensively.
They came out of the winning end or winning side of that trade. That's for sure.
Yeah, I think it worked out. Worked out okay for them. So Gauthier at number 7. Number 8 on the list. I'm going to put Troy Terry here as well. Oh, I know he doesn't hit anything, but he was almost a point. He missed some time this year, but he was almost a point per game guy as well this season.
61 games played.
Yeah, what do you have? 50,
19 goals, 38 assists through 61.
So 57 points in 61 games.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good season.
Yeah.
So I got Troy Terry, number 8 on the list. Number 9 on the list, we go back to the Edmonton Oilers. Top 10 players in this series. I'll give you each a guess. Which Edmonton Oiler do you think I have at number 9 on this list?
Adam Henrique.
Wrong.
Ekholm.
Wrong.
Nuge.
Wrong.
Colton Dock.
Wrong.
Savoy.
Wrong.
What?
I know who it is.
No, you don't.
Oh, I do.
Who?
Ingram.
Ingram.
Yeah.
Is that who you were thinking?
Yes.
It isn't. Who were you thinking?
Well, I'm not going to tell you now.
Todd Colson. No, I think Connor Ingram's steady in the pipes, man.
He's going to have to be too. Like it's important. What is this?
I know some people like Dusty. You're nuts.
No,
having the Oilers goalie in the top 10 players in the series, but I think it's the truth.
He has to be.
Ingram's been better than Nuge. Who else on this list would I put ahead of Connor Ingram from the Edmonton Oilers? I don't think anybody. So I'm going to put Connor Ingram at number 9 on this list. And then I didn't want to go into it saying 5 and 5.
That's just how it came.
But it's just how it worked out because I got Seneca at number 10.
Okay.
23 goal rookie season. That dude in a couple of years is going to be a real handful. So
3 Oilers at the top.
Yep.
You've then got the next 4 positions. 3 out of the 4 are Ducks.
Yep.
And then 2 out of the final 3 are Ducks.
Yeah. So once again, recapping top 10 players in this series: 1 McDavid, 2 Draisaitl, 3 Bush, 4 Leo Carlsson, 5 Zach Hyman. So they've got 4 of the top 5. This is like a Rockets-Lakers series. Right? The Rockets got 4 of the top 5 players.
We've gone this long without
when you got
talking about
when you got the greatest of all time on the other side, picking teams apart. John Carlson at 6, Gauthier at 7, Troy Terry at 8, Connor Ingram at 9, Bennett Seneca at 10 on the list.
Todd Cole's in 11. Did you have a honorable mention?
Well, I also ranked 11 through 20. It's the playoffs. Of course I'm going to rank. No. Other names that were considered: Pod Colton, Savoy, Jackson Lacombe.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He's a very good.
He's fun.
He's a very good defenseman. Nuge, I guess. Nuge would be somewhere in that. Nuge is somewhere in the 10 to 15 range.
Ekholm?
Ekholm would probably be somewhere in the 10 to 15. Yeah, well, I mean, I should have done it. I should have ranked 11 through 20.
Oh, that would have been interesting.
It's time on the oil stream.
Yeah, I guess later today from noon until 1.
The rest.
Yes.
I rank 11 through 40 in this series the rest of the way. Hey, nobody else is probably ranking every single player in the series.
I wonder who Mr. Irrelevant would be. Hey?
I could, yeah, I'm not too sure. Would Ekholm be 11? You think Ekholm's next up on that list?
I think so.
That almost is like... Now, let's say we switch this, and instead of top 10 players in this series, like rank them on importance.
Yeah.
In this series.
The Godfather, and a lot of people saying about Dostal. And in terms of if the Ducks are going to steal a few, there might be, and
that's kind of where I think the whole most important players in this series are. Okay, so, I mean... McDavid's still number 1.
It doesn't change. Like it changes a little bit.
Well, it changes quite a bit because I think all of a sudden both goaltenders have to be like top 5 or 6.
Yeah,
okay.
Because
Easily.
if the Ducks are going to win, Dostal's going to be very, very, very good.
Yeah.
So he's going to be one of the top 5 most important players in this series, right? And maybe like Troy Terry and Seneca are out, and then Ekholm slides in, and Dostal slides in.
Nurse.
Well, that's because what Nurse do we see? That's a key.
Maybe instead of
Like,
Nurse,
honestly.
it's actually Connor Murphy because Connor Murphy helps stabilize Darnell Nurse.
Yeah.
You know, there's a whole different way to look at it. If we're gonna get into here are your
Nuge.
top 10 most important. I still don't think Nuge would even be in that.
Dickinson.
The health of Dickinson.
Yeah.
Number 7 on the top 10 most important things in the series.
His importance. It's vital.
What do you think? 780-218-9999.
I love lists. This is a good list.
Fun little. Yeah, well, thanks, man.
I like your list.
I like making lists too.
Yeah.
How many of you this morning, as you get ready to watch this puck drop tonight, are sitting there going, revenge for 2017?
Yeah.
Like, how many of you, like, I want Kapanen to crash the crease, fall down, and hold open Dostal's legs to allow Draisaitl to put one right through?
Yeah, but the goal would be called back.
I still can't believe that goal was allowed.
I know. I was watching it a few times this weekend just because. And I was like, yeah, there's no way if this happens today's NHL, they're calling it back. Or that would be a good goal. Or sorry, no, it wouldn't.
It shouldn't have been a good goal.
Yeah.
9 years ago.
Yeah.
Which sounds crazy to say that was 9 years ago.
And like seeing the highlights of young Connor and Leon, I'm just like, oh, they look like kids.
When you saw the overhead and you saw them hold the pad open, I was like, oh, this definitely isn't going to count.
Yeah.
And then it counted. That 2017 run was pretty good. Like
fun.
from a fun, like the Oilers were back in it. I remember watching a bunch of those games at Cook County. I had my little small friend Adam Beecroft on my shoulders. We looked like one extremely large human. And we had our Daddy Likes playoffs, orange t-shirts going back in the day.
Alibi Pub.
Was that where Dino was? Millard?
Dino had
Millard was hosting pre- and post-game at the Alibi.
Choke button under the table, I remember
that. Building is actually completely torn down now. It's totally gone.
Yeah, finally.
Should have been torn down then.
Yeah.
But that was the first taste. That was Buffalo now. That was what Buffalo is going to be going through. And that was a lot of fun. The Daddy Likes movement was 9 years ago.
That incorporated into the Duck Hunters.
Yeah, that worked in there with the old Daddy Likes remix. Got that kicking around in here somewhere? You guys played it last
time. Yeah, it's on the Nielson.
Is it on the website? Let me see here.
So you go into the secret place there.
Don't tell anybody.
No, I know,
don't tell anybody.
And I think it's under classics.
That would make sense. Where is it here?
Yeah, there it is. Pinter
Daddy Likes
Number
remix.
6
Here it is. Daddy, the Duck Hunter. And here we are again all these years later. Re-engaging Oilers and Ducks.
Back on the hunt.
Tonight. Looking forward to it this evening, and we'll continue to get you ready for it as we work our way through the day. 7 o'clock hour, the Nielsen Show has been brought to you by GameSense. When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your Game Sense. If you were watching over on YouTube this morning, 43 likes away from changing 400. Let's do that right now. Maybe we take a legitimate run at 500 on day one of the playoffs. Let's go. And if you haven't yet subbed to the channel, we would love for you to do that as well. We do need somebody to play kind of easy trivia. We've hit 23 in a row. Looking to take it to 24 this morning. Who wants to play? Gift certificate to Mr. Mike's is up for grabs. Text Trev right now. 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999. All right? 780-218-9999. I blew it back in 2017 because they went up 2-0, right? With 2 games on the road.
Yeah.
And I remember I was at Cook. I remember this. I tweeted out, I was like, up 2-0, it's over. Because they were up 2-0 on the road. Coming home, I was like, they're not blowing a 2-0
it's a good spot.
Series lead when they're coming home up 2-0. And then they absolutely
did. Yeah, that was tough.
So I'll take that bullet. I'm not going to run from it. That was one of the stupider things I've done.
You've come a long way, baby.
Oh, I have. All right, if you want to play trivia, 780-218-9999. That was Jim Hewson, not Overtime Quitter. Yeah, that was Hewson.
Christian from Winnipeg filled us in a little
Jim
bit.
Hewson. Yeah, sorry, that's my bad.
That's
all right, kind of easy trivia. 3 questions. Gage your GCL Diesel Orange and Blue Breakfast. The wrap for William Huff. That is all on the way, coming up just after 8 o'clock. But if you want to play trivia, 780-218-9999. Nielsen Show brought to you by the team over at Weiss Johnson. If you are listening on 95.7, couple minutes of commercials, quick traffic update, then you are back with us. If you're online, we got a sports update for you. Brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and the surrounding area since 1993. Doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, plywood.
Windsor, the experts you need to know.
Go see the knowledgeable staff at Windsor Plywood Leduc.
Game 1 between the Oilers and Ducks tonight, live from Rogers Place. You can join Tom Gazzola live from the Canadian Ice House downtown for the GCL Diesel pre- and post-game shows. Our coverage will begin at 6:30 here on EST. Leon Draisaitl, he was centering Podkolzin and Kapanen at yesterday's team skate. Both the player and head coach Chris Knobloch non-committal, though, about his status for tonight. Jason Dickinson also skating for the first time since April 8th. He was centering the Nuge and Jack Roslovic. 4 game ones yesterday in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Colorado holding on for a 2-1 victory over the Kings. Montreal over Tampa 4-3 in overtime. Buffalo leaving it till late. They would rally to knock off the Bruins 4-3. And Vegas doubling up Utah 4-2. 3 other games tonight. Pittsburgh at home to Philly with the Flyers up 1-0. Carolina hosting Ottawa up 1-0. And Minnesota visiting Dallas tonight with the Wild holding a 1-0 series lead. NBA postseason yesterday. Big upset in Detroit as the Magic get past the Pistons 112-101. Victor Wembanyama had 35, leading the Spurs over the Trailblazers 111-98. SGA had 25. Thunder defeat Phoenix 119-84. And the Celtics over the Sixers 123-91. Raptors back in action tonight. They'll look to even their series with the Cavs at 1. As Game 2 goes from Cleveland at 5. Elsewhere, the Knicks host the Hawks, and the Timberwolves are in Denver. Toronto Blue Jays avoiding the sweep yesterday in Arizona with a 10-4 victory over the Diamondbacks. They'll continue their 9-game road trip tonight, kicking off a 3-game set with the Angels. Dylan Cease scheduled to start. First pitch, 7:38. And Matt Fitzpatrick defeating Scotty Scheffler in a playoff, capturing the RBC Heritage Open at 18 under par. Sports Update brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and the surrounding area since 1993. Doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff at Windsor Plywood Leduc.
Oh yeah! Word on! You wanna win it? Game on, yeah! Oh, baby! It's time to play with disdain. If you wanna lift the cup again, push and shove and rough up. You know Connor's gonna get the win. And yes, they lift the cup again. Got no doubt in my head. And yes, they lift the cup again. Oh man, playoffs are insane. Playoffs are insane. Rock and Rogers place. Rock and Rogers place.
McDavid moving in with speed. He shoots. He scores.
Hop on this train and hang on. You know they got it, ain't no looking back. It's a tough road to the cup. Gotta win for in the best of sevens. And yes, they lift the cup again. Got no doubt in my head. And yes, they lift the cup again. Oh man, playoffs are insane. Playoffs are insane. Rock and Rogers place. Rock and Rogers place. Yeah. Playoffs are insane. Playoffs are insane. Rock and Rogers place. Oh, Rock and Rogers place.
Pour it on. Zach Hyman moving in. Risker shoots. Scores! Zach Hyman!
We'll crack a beer for this glorious time. You've been waiting. You've been waiting. The top line's just a flying, cause man, yeah, they want one. You know they want to. Can you feel it? Can you feel it tonight? Can't go high glove, cause Stewie Skins is a guy. It's the moment, yeah, they're rolling tonight. Get your hands up, right to the cup. And yes, they lift the cup again. Got no doubt in my head. And yes, they lift the cup again. Oh man, playoffs are insane. Playoffs are insane. Rock and Rogers place. Rock and Rogers place. Yeah. Playoffs are insane. Playoffs are insane. Rock and Rogers place. Oh, Rock and Rogers place.
8:07. It is the Nielson Show, game 1 of the playoffs tonight for
Now
the
that's
Edmonton
a
Oilers.
song. Now that's a
good
song.
old rock song. That's how you get going to the
That's for
playoffs.
men.
Yeah.
I like this rap crap.
Yeah.
I can't like it because, boy, it would put in jeopardy my...
Cruising down the street on 104. It's like that, and it's like this. The playoffs are back. No game you can miss.
Give me rock music.
I need rock.
You're gonna get all of it.
I'm a man.
You're gonna get all of it here in the playoffs. That is for sure. Nielsen original show songs brought to you by Sport Ball. Third hour of the show. We got kind of easy trivia. We're gonna get it started. 3 questions too many for the great staff of Park Mazda. Your thoughts? Are you concerned? And if you are concerned, what concerns you heading into round 1? I'm curious. 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999. I'll do that all day. I'll do that all day. Duck hunt sounds all day long. Gage is going to be by GCL Diesel Orange and Blue Breakfast, the wrap for William Huff. 780-218-9999. 8 o'clock hour brought to you by GD Liquidators, Auctions, and Appraisals. Mention EST and you get 5% off anything new or used. And don't miss their monthly online auctions at www.gdliquidators.com. Canadian owned and operated. Make them your first call. 780-447-2787. 23 in a row on Kind of Easy Trivia. That's what we believe it's at. You guys hit a couple.
Sure.
Streaks intact.
Yeah.
We're going to try to. How is JMO? How was JMO on Thursday and Friday? Shout out to JMO for filling in for me on short notice there last week.
He's great as usual.
Of course he is.
Dresses the show up a lot.
Oh, of course. It really classes it up around here, doesn't
yeah.
it? Oh, that is nice. All right. Kind of Easy Trivia. Mr. Mike's is brought to you by Feast Mode. Feast Mode has been activated. For $39.99, you'll choose between the Emperor Caesar salad or the rustic onion soup. Then you add a 6-ounce sirloin with lobster butter or the grilled chicken surf combo. Feast Mode activated. All right, Trev, who do you got today? They didn't answer.
I know one guy that would pick up.
No. We are not starting the playoffs with a teeth on Kind of Easy Trivia. We can't, we cannot have that today. When was the last time you played Duck Hunt?
Never,
30 years ago?
Yeah, early 2000s.
You haven't dialed it back somewhere on a game?
Yeah, no.
Okay, we're ready.
Just a sec. Somebody's trying to sign into my Apple account in Herbal.
Here we go.
Don't allow. Herbal.
What's that?
What is that?
I don't know if somebody's trying to get
A
in
new
my
country?
Apple account. Some country that doesn't even exist. All right. Trev, who's playing, buddy?
Playing today is DJ Petrin.
See, that's much better than a Teef. Love you, Teef, but not on the first day of the playoffs, man. All right, here we go. DJ Petrin's going to play. Needs to get 3 out of 5 correct. You ready to go, man?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Travel start the ticker after read the first question. Who do the Oilers face tonight?
The Ducks.
Name one player on the Ducks.
Seneke.
Who will start game 1 for the Oilers in net?
Ingram.
Which Canadian team already has a win in the playoffs?
Montreal.
Which Canadian team already has a loss in the playoffs?
Ottawa.
Boom. Got it.
Ow.
And he got it! Another 5! Are you kidding me? That's right! Who do you think you are? I am! Get it right!
You can't have a newcomer come in and steal a show.
That's a paddling.
Oh, we've been strong. We're just playing by the rules.
Ooh, you better believe that's a paddling.
And I was in Miami with my new beach house. Well, it was a couple minutes from the beach.
That's a paddling.
The first year, we took it to the limit. Take it to the limit.
You cannot come to my house. No, not today.
You cannot come to my house. No, not today.
Got it done. Congratulations. Off to Mr. Mike's 24 in a row. Let's keep that streak going all the way through the playoffs, shall we? And that'll be pretty good. We got 3 questions too many coming up, and we're looking for your concerns. Are you concerned at all in any way heading into this playoff series? And what is it that would concern you? I'm curious. You know how fans are always nervous?
Yes.
You have a nervous Nelly?
Nerves are good, though.
You probably
suggests that
overthinking
it's
it.
important.
Yeah,
there's a way of taking that, but I hear what you mean. You're thinking of it more in a negative fashion.
Yeah, I'm curious what you would be nervous about heading into this series. Look at Trev. His hands are not shaking at all.
Let's see yours.
Mine probably are.
You can't even read a newspaper.
Mine are always shaking. I can't. Yeah, reading the newspaper would be.
How's your putting? Does that affect your putting?
Well, I suck at putting, so probably.
It does. That's why I suck, actually.
Yeah, that's why. Well, that's because you shouldn't be using your hands so much as your shoulders.
Yeah.
When you're putting, right? But I'm all hands. Yeah. I'm all over the place.
And Dusty.
That must be why.
That's probably why.
Yeah. So that's not good. This text comes in and says Truba and Gudis.
Goonis.
Gudis.
Goon. Is.
RBM says, the Duck Hut soundboard is what I needed after 4 days of illness. You can probably play You Lose Duck Hut sound for me being sick. Where was the losing one? Game over? I guess that would probably be it. Yep. That sucks. All right, let's get in 3 questions too many. Lieutenant Eric, do you have a liner for the segment today?
3 questions too many brought to you by the great staff at Park Mazda and dealer principal Mitch Lewicki, where he used to know the dog from Duck Hunt. Park Mazda dealer for life.
DS Texas says, Dusty, I'm nervous about the fact that I'm not really nervous.
The old
That's a
switcheroo
switcheroo there.
Yeah.
That is a switcheroo.
Yeah. Nervous of the overconfidence, Callie Matt says.
Troll says, what would make me nervous is the Ducks score lots of goals and the Oilers' defense is sketchy. Ingram gives me confidence, but the Ducks are streaky and could get hot.
Yeah, we've seen the good and the bad of the Oilers' D down the stretch, in a sense. What they can do at the top, and then what can also look like at times.
Jay texts in and says, Dostal and the Oilers thinking defense is optional are things that kind of scare him just a little bit. All right, we've surpassed 400 likes over on YouTube today. Wow. Need a strong push in the third hour to hit that 500. If you haven't given us your thumbs up yet, do it now.
Changing 100. Changing 100.
That's a little 400er from Trev. All right, question number 1. Well, we kind of addressed this a little bit earlier on in the 6 o'clock hour, but we'll definitely come back around to it. Do you guys think it's a mistake to put Henrique in over Szymanski to start the series?
It's not a mistake.
We can't.
It's not a mistake. I did say, though, I do understand why there's a certain group of fans out there that there is a narrative around Henrique and how he's played, during this time of his career. And there's also the excitement, the young, fun, horny excitement about a Szymanski and what he's part of that line with Doc and Frederick as well. I mean, Doc and Frederick are 2 players we haven't talked about as well. We bring up Trub and Gudas. I think those 2 guys, these Bash Brother guys, they'll certainly make their presence felt. But no, it's not a mistake. You outlined it. I mean, it's a veteran guy. Somebody mentioned
it's not surprising in any way.
No, and penalty killing, face-offs, all that veteran. So yeah, it's not a mistake at all. But I do understand if somebody wants to make an argument or a case of why they would want Szymanski. I do get it.
Trav, what's your level of Szymanski should be in there?
No, I don't buy into that. I think LT said it perfectly. If the Oilers lose tonight, if they lose the series, no one. There might be one person that's like, oh, they lost the series because Henrique was in instead of Szymanski.
If Szymanski plays game 1, they win the series.
Yeah, there
will be those guys.
Yeah.
No, but I would say this. Let's say for some reason they lost this series, which I don't think they will. But if they were to, people will want Knobloch fired, and they will point to his decision to keep Henrique in over Szymanski. That'll be one of the things that come up.
Yeah.
Whether it's ridiculous or not, sure, but it will. Like if that was to happen, that's easy, something that people would point at. I mean, I just don't know how you expect a coach to
Szymanski doesn't
bench a veteran for a
rookie.
For a rookie, it's not like Matt Savoy's a rookie. It's not like Matt Savoy.
No. Yeah, there's levels here.
This is not them playing Curtis Lazar because he's a veteran over Matt Savoy on the top line.
Yeah.
So I don't think it would be a mistake, but Eric, I think you nailed it. I mean, you can see why people are frustrated with it.
I time for it. I get it, but it's not a mistake to answer the question.
Question number 2. How bad would Ingram have to be for Jari or Pickard to get a start in this series?
Well, that's just it. And I think Trev pointed out earlier, too, that even if Ingram does maybe have a stinker,
I think
you go back to him again to prove now.
I think what it is 2
it would have
stinkers.
to be 2 stinkers.
Back-to-back stinkers.
Yeah. Or you have a stinker, you start the next one, and it's turning into a stinker type of thing, and then you kind of...
So you're saying short lease post-stinker?
That's exactly what he's saying.
Exactly. That's what I thought. I just quickly, we'll address it. I just wanted one more note on the first one. I mean, yes, Dickinson practiced yesterday, but it's not like an automatic that he's going to be good to go. So you could probably see Henrique and Szymanski in the lineup tonight. Anyway.
Sure.
So let's wait and see what happens with Dickinson. But yeah, there's that. I think 2 stinkers from Ingram, they would go to Jari. I wouldn't. I would stick with Ingram. So we'll see how the coaching staff approaches it. But if Ingram has a couple of back-to-back stinkers, your next game is absolutely critical.
Does Pickard,
you can't put Jari in that spot.
Does Pickard get into this conversation at all? Like, okay, say this happens and then you're going to the next guy. Is it Jari?
Can I tell you something?
8 picks.
Can I tell you something?
Well, sure.
He's already in the conversation.
Is he on your top 35 most important players?
Yes. He would be in my top 40. He'd be in my top 40
Does
most important
Tristan
players.
Jari make the cut? I didn't want to.
I can't have 3 Oilers goalies in my top. I don't think so. I think it would have to.
This is their guy.
I don't know how
the
desperate
guy.
they'd have to be.
Because before it's been a tandem, right? Kind of, or light tandem, however you want to say it. In years past, it was the 1A, 1B thing that we've always like. Connor's the guy. Ingram's the guy.
He should be the guy.
Yes, and so they will go. Is it you go down with the? You go down with the ship.
Just watching them play the position. There's no way you can feel more confident in Tristan Jari than Connor Ingram, even if he's struggling a little bit. I think.
Yeah.
Jari has worse numbers than Skinner and Pickard here to start the year, and that got them both chased out of town.
Yeah.
Like Ingram is your guy. There wouldn't be a game where I wouldn't start him. I don't care how bad he played the game before.
And he's not going to have any stinkers also.
I can't see him having a...
The thing with Ingram is he doesn't let in a lot of weak goals.
No, he doesn't.
Right? Like,
that's the thing.
Does he let in goals? Sure. The others give him chances? Sure. But how many times have we looked at it and go, my God, that is a horrible goal from Ingram? And I do think he's got a little bit more of a fan base leash post Skinner.
Oh, absolutely.
So he'll get a little bit more of a pass than Stewie Skins.
It's a great story.
But I don't remember watching many goals and going, oh, God, how'd that sneak through there?
I agree. And big time saves, I feel like, as well. He's making more of those.
Well, he also makes some of the bigger time saves look easier because he's better positioned. I think even goalie experts would probably agree with that take. 780-218-9999 if you want to chime in. By the way, 62 likes away from changing 500 to kick off the playoffs.
Changing 500 buttons, Dusty.
It's just sitting there. I guess I need to dust it because that's my chore this month.
Oh, it is?
I guess I should have dusted it. Anyway, hammer the thumbs up if you're watching on YouTube. Question number 3. Who do you guys see as being the unsung hero that emerges during the playoff run for the Oilers?
The Fernando watch here.
Who's your Fernando fella?
Seeing like define unsung, right? Like a guy that hasn't been to the post, like hasn't had a taste of this type of hockey before, or
you always ask the good questions.
Because but like looking at a Savoy, I mean, right now, but it's not like he's coming out of nowhere.
But I think that would still be viewed as a bit of an unsung type of thing.
Yes, okay.
I think so.
Yeah, okay.
Now we have to remember it. Savoy's been rolling, but this is the playoffs. It's a taste of it for him. I'm going to try to limit my expectations fairly for Savoy in the playoffs.
That's not my answer.
I got an answer too. You go first.
Maybe it's the same.
Maybe.
Colton.
Oh, yes, me too. Let's go.
Guys,
I love him.
I do too, man.
I love him.
Yeah. That's a great answer.
And again, this is the Fernando position. Like, so I'm not picking him in a playoff pool, but I'm saying in certain situations, in times of importance, I can see him rising to the fore.
I agree.
With whether it's physicality or chipping in with a point here or there or whatever, doing memorable moments. He seems like the type of guy right now, in the way that there's a vibe there.
He's going to win a lot of fans over this postseason.
Yeah.
I think, just with his play. And it was funny. Like, I was just scrolling this weekend and I see the Zach Kassian, like the shift, the game that he had in the 2017 playoffs. And I'm like, do the Oilers have any of those guys? I'm like, the first person I thought of was Colton Dach.
Yeah, but I don't think he's on that Kassian level.
No, but like, who knows? Like, he could be. Like, he could bring the physicality. He can, just have a wicked shift. He skates pretty good.
Kassian was like a heat-seeking
That's a different. He's in his own.
Yeah,
Kassian level is different for Kassian.
Kassian outside of McDavid, Kassian was the fastest skater on that team.
Yeah.
Right.
He's
I'm not disagreeing with your Dach pick.
He's going to be laying the body.
Yeah.
Though.
And if you beat Trent Frederick, watch him score 10 this playoffs. That's what Drew says.
And they bring the best out of
who's going to score 10 these
Trent
playoffs?
Frederick.
If Trent Frederick scores 10 goals these playoffs,
Yes?
I will shut down Edmonton sports talk.
Well, don't.
No, but that's how confident I'm sure he's not
put
going to
yourself
score.
in the line, not the well-being of the staff here. What are we going to do for a
the
job?
whole staff is on the line.
I'm not agreeing
The
to
whole
this.
staff is on. This is how confident I am that he's not going to score 10 goals in the playoffs.
I hope
That
he
would
doesn't.
be 3 more points than he got in all the regular season. 7 points, eh?
If Frederick gets a hat trick tonight, you guys are like, oh my God. I'll do something this greasy. I'll just change the name. Edmonton Sports Talk is no more. Now it's Edmonton Sports something else.
Society.
This seems like a really lame answer, you guys, but, and I don't know if he can be unsung in anybody's eyes except Tommy's, but Pod Colson.
Yeah.
Can I say Pod Colson?
Yeah.
He's not Draisaitl. He's not Hyman. I almost feel like this is how I would classify the unsung part of this team. If you're not on PP1, you qualify to be an unsung hero on this team.
Yeah. Sean says Colton Dach gives me more of a Rafi Torres vibe, which is also a good thing. So maybe that's more of a,
there's nothing wrong with that
more of a
as well.
comparable there, but Edmonton talks sports.
Edmonton talks sports.
ETS.
ETS.
No, then we'd have a different.
Why are you guys called ETS? Well, Dusty opened his big mouth one morning and said if Frederick scored 10 goals in the playoffs, he changed the station.
We have bus ads everywhere.
The Etsy's.
Yeah, we did. Well,
Free of charge.
Well, we did. No, but yeah, that's true. Oh, ETS. That's funny.
The Etsy's. Instead of the
Etsy instead of the Estes. Man, you guys are playoff caliber show today.
Thank you.
Playoff caliber show today. 780-218. This could be a late way into possibly winning text of the day today. If Trent Frederick scores 10 goals in these playoffs, I'll blank. Fill it in. 780-218-9999.
Not to say shutting down the station isn't a big thing, but when you leaned back and said, if Trent Frederick, I was wondering what was going to come out of your mouth because you could have pretty much said
Well,
anything.
I said I was shut down the whole station.
I will eat my hat.
No, I wouldn't want to do that. To me, I didn't want to do something that fans would try to hold me to.
Right.
And they're not going to want me to shut down the station.
No, but
so
didn't an athlete eat a shoe once? Somebody ate a shoe once for one
didn't
of those
Terry
bets.
Jones eat one of his articles?
Did he eat?
I'm pretty sure Jonesy had to eat a newspaper.
Yeah,
I've never eaten paper. Like,
I ate a whole styrofoam cup once.
Just chewing on it and swallowing it? Is that, you think that's still inside you?
Probably.
Gross.
Yeah, Werner Herzog ate his own shoe in 1979 after losing a bet to another director.
Good for him.
He cooked it and ate it.
He boiled it.
Yeah, like
makes sense.
might as well.
Some seasoning on it.
Eat it cold.
Sauce.
Yeah,
on
well, you
it.
got to crisp that thing up a bit, right?
Yeah, that's pretty good. Kyle the Embalmer says, Dusty, while you were gone, they got Trev to say 6-7. What?
What?
Oh, that didn't happen.
Was he lying?
I happened to say it. I think for the past like 6 or 7 years.
Oh, okay.
Or 6 or 7 games or
I don't-
something like that. And I knew when I said it, I was like, oh, someone's going to say
It wasn't a big moment, though.
No, you
didn't
guys.
like, oh.
No one,
No,
you
no.
guys didn't. I did. I noticed I said
You
it.
and
But
Kyle
I
the
didn't-
Embalmer.
But I didn't say.
No, you
what
kept
you guys-
going.
I said 6 or 7 games.
Yeah.
So no one got me to do anything.
Travis is in and says, if Trent Frederick scores 10 goals these playoffs, I'll drink nothing but 6 o'clock or lager for 3 months. Yes, you probably
I like
will.
that. I don't mind that one.
You probably will. Chris says, if Trent Frederick scores 10 goals in these playoffs, I will borrow Latif's wheelchair and go butt naked down 104th.
You can get behind that.
That's a pretty good one. I like that. I like that one. All right. If Trent Frederick scores 10 goals in these playoffs, blank. Mike, the kind of easy trivia loser. If Trent Frederick scores 10 goals in these playoffs, I'll turn myself in to the cops.
What a text.
Oh, God. Cody says, I'll climb the EST building and then do the splits once I get to the top.
It's not bad.
Armac says, if Trent Frederick scores 10 goals in these playoffs, I'll give up gluten. I feel like you probably already gave up gluten, eh? If Frederick scores 10 goals, I'll walk naked through West Edmonton Mall.
I just love how, like, he's coming off last night with 2. Like, It's one of those things now where you're kind
What do you
of
mean, like
tonight?
Tonight he buries a couple?
just to tense you up a bit. Okay? Wouldn't mind that.
All right, you can keep those texts coming in, 780-218-9999. It's a decent little late in the show path to getting that Royal Pizza text of the day today.
Do your worst.
T-Mac, if Frederick scores 10, you can take half my money. I was going to bet. Then you can take me out back, kick me in the nuts, and call it a day.
I like that one.
That's from Vegas Vacation. That's kind of funny. Look, if Frederick scores 10 goals in the playoffs, they're probably winning a Stanley Cup. That's a positive part. I mean, they're both positive parts, but that's...
Well, that's...
I'd be shocked if they didn't. You get 10 goals from Trent Frederick in the playoffs?
You're not cashing that?
Somehow that works.
Does he even score a goal? No seriousness.
Well, I think that's where we start. It's probably
if Trent Frederick scores a goal in the playoffs,
I will eat my shoe.
Josh says, if Trent Frederick scores 10 goals, I'll tell my wife to calm down every time she opens her mouth.
Yeah, I like that.
Ooh, that's a bold move right
Relax.
there. Surveyor Brett says, if Frederick scores 10, Trev will actually watch Big Lebowski in Arlington Road. Who are we kidding? No, he won't. He'll say he will, but he won't.
Time will tell.
Deaky Spark says, if Trent Frederick scores 10 goals in the playoffs, I'll be in a medically induced coma because I'll be dreaming.
Yeah.
That's a good one. If Trent Frederick scores 10 goals, Hernan breaks up with Dahmer. Oh, there's lots of good text. Keep them coming in. If Trent Frederick scores 10 goals in the playoffs, you'll blank.
Probably that's
780-218-9999. Well, Joaquin Gage. Yeah, Gage is going to join us.
Probably have something on that.
That's coming up. Ooh, just 25 likes away from changing 500. That could be done by the time we get to Gager. Gager's been with us for some great monumental moments.
He was on the portrait for
He was with us
like
the very first time we had a 1,000 like show a couple of playoff runs ago. So yeah, if you're watching over on YouTube today, hammer the thumbs up for us. Sub to the channel. If you haven't already, we're closing in on 14,500 subs. Trying to make that big push to 15,000 here during the playoffs. All right, if you are listening online, you got a sports update coming your way. If you're on 95.7, couple minutes of commercials, quick traffic update. Then you are right back with us. Joaquin Gage on the other side. GCL Diesel Orange and Blue Breakfast still to come as well. And then the wrap for William Huff. Let's get to the update with LT.
Oilers and Ducks game 1 tonight down at Rogers Place. We will get you set throughout the day here on Edmonton Sports Talk, leading up to the GCL Diesel pre- and post-game shows with Tommy Gazzola. He'll be live from the Canadian Ice House downtown. Coverage begins at 6:30 here on EST. Leon Draisaitl, he was centering Podkolzin and Kapanen at yesterday's team skate. Both the player and head coach Chris Knobloch non-committal about his status for tonight. We also had a Jason Dickinson sighting at the skate. He was centering Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and Ross Levick. Also no word on his availability come tonight. 4 game 1s in the Stanley Cup playoffs yesterday. Scott Wedgwood, 24 saves. Colorado over the Kings, 2-1. Juraj Slafkovsky had the hat trick and the overtime winner. Habs take it 4-3 against the Lightning. Buffalo leaving it to late. They would rally to knock off the Bruins 4-3 in Vegas, doubling up Utah 4-2. 3 other games tonight. All game 2s as Philly are in Pittsburgh at 5:30. It's Carolina at home to Ottawa. And Minnesota looking to go 2-up in Dallas. Puck drop 7:30. NBA playoffs. The Raptors are back on the court tonight. They're in Cleveland looking to even that series with the Cavs. Tip-off at 5. Yesterday, Victor Wembanyama had 35, leading the Spurs over the Trailblazers 111-98. Orlando with a big win on the road, 112-101 against the Pistons. SGA had 25, leading the Thunder over the Suns 119-84. And the Celtics all over the Sixers 123-91. Toronto Blue Jays avoiding the sweep in Arizona with a 10-4 victory over the Diamondbacks. Their 9-game road trip continues tonight. They kick off a 3-game set with the Angels at 7:38. Dylan Cease scheduled to start for Toronto. And Matt Fitzpatrick defeating Scotty Scheffler in a playoff, capturing the RBC Heritage Open at 18 under par. Joaquin Gage joins the show next as Hour 3 continues here on Edmonton Sports Talk.
Cruising cruising down the street on 104. It's like that, and it's like this. The playoffs are back, no game you can miss. Get your credit card, you know what I'm thinking. Put the jersey on, it's time to go drinking. Power play scores, and they're starting to begin. Now we win up bets, so my tickets cash in. Oh, Hyman, you pro. Dry's coming back, I'm thinking here we go. So fee, fi, fo, puck's fun. That jersey on your back, oh, here they come now. We gotta get a cup, gotta get it quick. You know, because we love to win, so give me that cup. Give me that cup. Give me that cup. Give me that cup. Okay, back to the puck of basics. Got so close last spring you could taste it. Gotta win, oh no, don't you waste it. Don't matter who you're facing. You know one thing. You know me, I like to win. That cup, you know what? So roll on, Oilers, we believe in ya. But they'll make it all the way. I'm riding that wagon, scream and shout. This game is the same. Just another playoff with a cup to claim. So win it all, baby. Win it all, baby. Win it all, baby. Give me that cup. 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 Give me that. Now I love playoffs and playoffs love me. Like a lemon to a lime and a donut to the meat. You know it's real good, no one can resist it. Take some days off so you don't have to miss it. Cause in the playoffs is the place to be. Always scoring is the life for me.
8:35 on the Nielson Show. Dustin Nielsen and Lieutenant Eric Winter.
Sure. Opened a can of worms here, didn't we?
Yeah, if Trent Frederick scores 10 goals, I'll blank.
Wow.
They're really popping in here as we work our way through the show this morning. So keep those coming up. We're going to try to sort through as many as we can, and we will. One of them will end up winning the Royal Pizza text of the day. Hit it, Trev.
Changing 500.
Changing 500. Playoffs are back. Here we go. GCL Diesel Orange and Blue Breakfast coming up. The wrap for William Huff still to go before 9 o'clock today as well. Joaquin Gage to help us set up game one of this series. Oilers and Ducks. He joins us on the Firehouse Subs hotline this morning. 15 Firehouse Sub locations all around the Edmonton area. It's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, and made to satisfy. All right, Joaquin Gage. Happy Monday, Gager. Happy playoff day. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. Happy Monday to everybody. Dusty, good to see you back. Great job in Winnipeg. That was awesome. Hope you had a lot of fun. Pretty cool to be there to watch Celebrini just go nuts. That must have been
It worked out well because he had a couple of assists early to tie, and then we're going into the third, and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I really hope he breaks the record with a goal as opposed to a secondary assist. And then I'll tell you, I was talking to some people over the weekend. Watching and broadcasting Celebrini in person, when you're calling the game, you're so in tune with everything that's happening on the ice. That kid is absolutely insane. Like he is just in full control of everything happening whenever he's I was stunned sitting there watching him from above, Gager. He's a freak. The kid's a freak. He's incredible.
Yeah, he's fun to watch, man. He is really fun to watch.
Gager, how much playoff hockey did you already consume in the NHL playoffs over the weekend?
All of it. Ate it all. Num, 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 num.
All right, so before we get to the Oilers game here, and we will, Buffalo, Montreal, what impressed you the most over the weekend?
I mean, the feel good moment has got to be the Sabres game, doesn't it? Like that was
4 goals
in
like 6 minutes or whatever. Not even 6 minutes. It was crazy.
I mean, you had to watch the beginning and see the fans just go nuts, and then it's like, oh my gosh, what's happening here? Boston scores. They're up 2-0. It looks like they're going to take game one, and you can see the look on the people's faces. And then Tage Thompson just with the silkiest mitts arguably in the NHL, just with that slick little tuck backhand wraparound. And then Swayman kind of loses patience and lifts a leg and he rips it. And then just to go ahead and showing outside the Buffalo and the gate crashing and people going nuts. I was, how are you not romantic about hockey at this point? Right?
The gate crashing was great.
Yeah.
It was awesome. Did
you guys see the guys all fall down? Blades in Buffalo before the game?
Were they fighting the
they were
Cam
fighting
Neely
the Cam Neely thing? One guy came flying in and jumped. It was those guys looked like a good time.
How great is that? It was awesome. I mean, I got to say, the NHL knocked it out of the park, I think, this weekend having these games. They were all really entertaining. I would say even the Dallas one was a little, just because it was so surprising. That was the it didn't really make sense, because I think all week we were all saying what's going to be the one we're going to have the most eyes on, and it was going to be that Wild Stars first game matchup, and it was kind of the most lackluster of the whole weekend.
Gager, what do you expect from the Oilers in Game 1? I know we've had a bunch of people text in today and say, I'm worried about Game 1 Oilers and the Ducks getting a chance to kind of jump out here. What do you expect from this team tonight?
You know, it's. I was thinking this over the weekend, and when you play, I don't know how much hockey guys actually watch, but I don't think you wouldn't, as a player, just kind of maybe have an eyeball on some of these games and the starts. You see, obviously, Tkachuk fighting right off the hop, some of the physicality of these series. I think, actually, instead of what people are probably worried about is the Oilers, wading into the playoff pool here, so to speak, with the water wings still on and seeing what it's going to be like. I think just having these 2 days of very emotional and intense hockey it's probably hard. It's very hard for them to stay away from. They're going to be jacked. So and then you have the youthful exuberance of a young Ducks team with a lot of these guys tasting the NHL playoffs for the first time ever. I think this is just going to continue of that momentum of what we saw over the weekend with a really big physical first game. This first 20 minutes, I would like to see the over-under for hits in the first. I would probably put it at like 20.5, Dusty. I think this is going to be a very physical first period.
It wasn't like 30-40 or something like that in the first period of the Carolina
Yeah.
Ottawa game. I was watching that one. I was like, they should say there was almost 40 hits in the first period. Go ahead.
What about a lot of concerns? People talking about Dostal in the Ducks crease. He's put up some good numbers as of late against the Oilers. But what's the scout on him that you would say?
Just don't make it an easy night, right? Don't try to pass it into the back of the net. Keeps scoring those goals that those 5-6 feet. Go for second chance opportunities. Overwhelm them. You shouldn't really allow yourself to be goalied, especially in the playoffs. You have to have establish some sort of net front presence, because watching all these games, there was some really good goaltending, but nothing really stood out. And you saw Vasilevsky get beat, great shot in overtime, but ones that you usually say, oh, he probably stops that. So, yeah, no, I don't. Although Dostal's had some good games against the Oilers, it would be inexcusable for him to be first star and so-called goalie the Oilers in Game 1.
Yesterday, they were running lines with Dickinson as the third line center, and then Adam Henrique as a fourth line center, and Szymanski was the odd man out, which some people have taken issue with. If Dickinson can go tonight, that would be great news for the Edmonton Oilers. Do you have a bone to pick with Szymanski having to come out of the lineup here and keeping Henrique in?
No, I don't think so. Henrique, he's not going to be overwhelmed by the situation. You might get Szymanski just a little bit more happy feet in the whole, like the building's going to be crazy tonight. I think it's a good move to have Henrique in there. You can always Nabla has always pressed the right buttons over the past 2 seasons in the playoffs. He's made the proper decisions when it comes to personnel that we've even scratched our head with some of the moves he's made at certain times, and they've always seemed to work out. So, and just the whole magnitude of the whole situation, guys. I think you're better suited to have a guy like Adam Henrique in there that can be a calming presence and a guy that's been there before.
Joaquin Gage with us on the Firehouse Subs hotline. We talk about goaltending in this series, and we were asked during 3 questions too many today, like how bad would things have to get for Ingram to then even consider going to somebody else? And Ingram has been consistently steady for this team between the pipes. I'm not really concerned about Oilers goaltending heading in. I mean, I'll say Ingram. I mean, I hope they don't have to get, but I'm not nervous about Ingram at all. I think he's kind of solidified things back there, hasn't he?
Was it the stopwatch was at 27 minutes before someone actually mentioned the goaltending this morning? Dusty?
Yeah, it was it was over 30.
Yeah, we got in.
Was it over 30? Yeah. Like, when has that happened?
I know.
And that's the calming influence of Connor Ingram. Look, he does have to raise his level of play. Just like everyone else does, but I'm in the same boat as you, Dusty. He's steady Eddie back there, and the goals that do beat him are usually good plays that are made by the other team that you tip your hat to. There's not a lot of chance a lot of times or they're just really good scoring opportunities that get past him. I think you said it. When's the last time Connor Ingram's allowed a goal that you're like, he'd probably want that one back, and he hasn't given up the weak ones. Now let's all knock on wood and keep this thing rolling a little bit for him. But yeah, I think this is for the first time. I mean, going into the playoffs, I was pretty confident with both with the play of Stuart Skinner at that time. But this is the first time that we're not even questioning the play of Connor Ingram with what he's done. He can really, really help the Oilers, I think, just with not allowing those second chance opportunities. But this is going to be fun. The Ducks are a very exciting team to watch with some of these young guys, the way that they play. So it's no small order. It's going to be hard for the Edmonton Oilers to get game 1 here.
Who's your Fernando Pisani on this Oilers roster this year?
What you guys were just talking about. It's Trent Frederick, isn't it? It's,
Tom texts in and says, if Trent Frederick scores 10 goals, I'll remarry my ex-wife and the reception will be at Royal Pizza.
Boy.
Tom was married before?
Not our Tommy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Jeez. Yeah. Scared me there for a second. That's crazy. No, who would, who needs to... The usual suspects. I kind of look. I'm going to have the ISO cam a lot on Zach Hyman tonight. Are we going to get that guy that gets 12 hits in a game and get close to that record again? Is he going to just be that wrecking ball? I really felt that could the Oilers get by without Leon and Dickinson in the lineup. And I thought they've been playing quite well, but it would be tough. But now to see that Dickinson's back on that third line, we'll see it. He might be a game time decision, but and Leon looks pretty good from what you've seen just in playoffs, just moving around out there. So having those two guys, I think that a lot of Edmonton Oilers fans got to be really happy because that was the only thing that was giving me pause to start this series was the absence of those two. Those are two massive holes to fill.
Gager, as always, man, great stuff. We appreciate it. We'll see you around the office a little bit later on.
Can't wait.
There you go. That's Joaquin Gage on the Firehouse Subs hotline. Gager co-hosting EST Afternoons. Very entertaining show every day from 1 until 3 with Hernan Salas and Joaquin Gage. And if you are listening over on 95.7, we'll get you back to Classic Rock in about 13 minutes. But if you want continuous playoff coverage here throughout the day on Edmonton Sports Talk, just download the iHeartRadio app, download the TuneIn Radio app. They're both free to listen, and you can stream static free all day long. You can watch over on YouTube all day as well. You can listen on the audio player at EdmontonSportsTalk.com. And if you want, you can download the podcasts of the shows after the fact and listen to them at your convenience at EdmontonSportsTalk.com and on all podcasting platforms. And get to your GCL Diesel orange and blue breakfast here. Game 1 of the playoffs, Oilers and Ducks. Let's get into it. It's the GCL Diesel orange and blue breakfast. Make sure you're ready to join Tommy tonight. We will have the Reed Wilkins show be extended till 6:30, and then Gazzola will take over at 6:30 from the Canadian Ice House downtown, right across from the rink. So if you want to go somewhere to watch the game or you want to pop in before the game, Tommy will be set up there. He'll be live from 6:30 until 8. Then you'll have the game, and then you'll be back for the GCL Diesel post-game show tonight as well from the Ice House. And then Tommy will stay and party at the Ice House all night, and then come into work tomorrow a little bit hungover and be like, "Oh, I'm so tired." That's pretty much
That's
playoffs
what we're in
here.
now. That's what we're in now.
pretty much what we're going to see. It is the GCL Diesel Orange and Blue Breakfast. Providers of the best diesel engine components around, from turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors. They're the critical engine component experts, proud to serve Edmonton and the northern Alberta area for over 50 years. Here's what the Edmonton Oilers were rolling out at practice, at least yesterday. Is this what we'll see at puck drop tonight? TBD. McDavid with Hyman and Savoy, Draisaitl with Kapanen and Podkolzin, Nuge, Dickinson, and Roslovic. You would expect some offense from that line. Right? That's not just, don't get hurt line, or don't get, don't hurt the team line. That line should provide offense for you.
You'd think that, but then they iced that, and then it didn't happen. No goals from that line. So then they went away with it. Because I was very intrigued.
A 2-game sample size?
Yeah, it was. But I mean, there's a reason they went away.
Overrating 2-game sample sizes.
Well, why did they change it? Why did they change that line?
Because they moved too quickly on stuff. They obviously like it if they're going to go back to start the playoffs. Like, you can't just mix up the lines every game.
But that's why they did this. That's why you saw so many wanted to see what you have, and now coming to this stage of the season, he feels that's important. So now he's going with it. So.
And then Henrique, Frederick, and Doc, Ekholm, Bush, Nurse, Murphy, Wallman, and Emberson. Connor Ingram expected to start, and then for the Ducks on the other side here. Leo Carlson centering Troy Terry. Terry's never played a playoff game. The first one in his career. He's been around for a while. Doesn't have a playoff game. Carlson is between Terry and Kreider. Granlund between Bennett, Seneca, and Killorn. Paling with Goche and Mason McTavish. And then Wash with Moore and Vale. On the back end, Lacombe with Trouba. Mintukov with Carlson. And Radko Gudas with Tyson Hines. At least according to dailyfaceoff.com. As for a list of guys who aren't tough enough to play hockey tonight, Rick, what do you got?
For the Anaheim Ducks, Peter Mrazek on the IR, Jansen Harkins is day-to-day, and Radko Gudas listed as day-to-day. For the Edmonton Oilers, as we know, and, Janmark IR, Max Jones out, and Draisaitl Dickinson game time decisions.
All right, what's your key to a victory tonight, man?
Key to a victory tonight and key to a victory through the series is this defensive soundness that we've seen from the Oilers. They do that. Tonight should be, and moving forward should be. That's the key. We've said that the Ducks are fun. They play out. They can score. So can the Oilers if it gets to that running gun. But if the Oilers can lock down defensively, that's going to go a long way, not just tonight, but in the series.
Trev, what do you think happens tonight, man? How you feeling?
Let's go, baby. I cannot wait. So a little bit of a role reversal the last time that these two teams faced off in the playoffs. You have
the veteran group.
And then the skilled young Oilers. But now the Oilers, they've got the experience. And then the Ducks, they've got the young players, like you said. This is going to be a first for Beckett Seneca. This is going to be a first for Cutter Gauthier. A lot of their players, right? So I think you got to jump on them early. Like, they're going to be nervous. They're going to be like, oh, this is a playoff crowd. I think the Oilers crowd is going to just be as loud as ever. And it's going to get in the minds of the Ducks and the Oilers. They got to jump on them. Take advantage of them early.
This will be my game day prediction. I would say the Oilers score 2 power play goals tonight.
I like it. 2
power play goals in game 1. We'll see how the game's officiated, but
that's just it.
I really hope we're not coming in here tomorrow and we're starting the show by bitching about officiating.
A tradition, unlike any other.
You're right. It's not wrong. Oh, how's the playoffs last night?
Tradition, unlike any other.
Garbage. That's how it was.
I think we have to come around to the acceptance of it.
I never
when
will.
It happens,
I
not
never
act
will.
so surprised.
I'll never forget. I'll never, ever, ever be like, whatever. It's playoff officiating. This is when your officials should be the best.
No,
not the worst.
No. It should.
All right, let's get into the wrap for William Huff. If you want your place to look as good as ours, get it done by Bruce and the Dream Team over at William Huff. They have been busy.
Yes.
Oilers are keeping them, Bruce and his team, very busy boys and girls over there.
WilliamHuff.com/shop is where you can go for the banners and the
pick up that
decals
stuff.
and the stickers.
And then, basically everything you see down at Rogers will be done by William Huff. So they've been busy down there as well. All right, what did we learn on the show today, guys?
Well, we learned not just one, but two playoff anthems here on the Nielsen Show, and both with a different genre.
90s hip-hop to mix it up a bit.
Yeah. We've done the rock. We've been there, done that.
Bottom line is, rock songs, awesome, have not led to a victory.
So, you move.
Could do a country song, but most of you probably freaked out.
Well, that also, when you're...
We had the 1 year we had go. That was 2018, though.
Yeah.
And the team sucked, and people like the song sucked. But that song was low-key... very intense.
I was pretty proud of that one.
I want to find that one again, actually. I'd like to play that again.
But, I mean, we learned Pepsi.
Dick Veneret is back.
Dickie's back.
Dickie V is back. Maybe mix that into your sound of the day a little bit today, hey? Dick Veneret, his first call at Edmonton Sports Talk. We've secured his services for the postseason.
Contractual basis.
Sport ball sound of the day.
Dick Veneret here, and we are in overtime in Tampa Bay. First overtime of the playoffs, and me, feels good. The Habitants, or Habs, at least that's what my old buddy Johnny Belleville told me back in the day. They're on the road here in the Sunshine State. Too much sun, if you ask me. Had to have that sunscreen on my nose and wear a visor when I was out smoking my Marlboros before breakfast. Montreal on the PP. Ha! To start overtime. Some really whistle-happy zebras in the building tonight. Give it a rest. Nobody cares about you Habs buzzing like Benoit Brunet back in the day. I went to that movie Showgirls with Benny in theaters. Now here's Suzuki, the captain. Drops it off to Hudson. He finds Slavkovsky working in the slot like a young Stu Bonds. Quick shot. He scores. Juraj Slavkovsky. A snipe so quick that Grandma would break her hip. Hey, Massey. Blink and you'll miss it. Ha! The Habs are gonna win it. Me. Suck it, Lightning.
Cruising down the street on 104. It's like that, and it's like this. The playoffs are back, no game you can miss. Get your credit card, you know what I'm thinking. Put the jersey on, it's time to go drinking. Power play scores, and they're starting to begin. Now we win up bets, so my tickets cash in. Oh, Hyman, you pro. Dry's coming back, I'm thinking here we go. So fee, by, foe, puck's fun. That jersey on your back, oh, here they come now. We gotta get a cup, gotta get it quick. You know, because we love to win, so give me that cup. Give me that cup. Give me that cup. Give me that.
8:56, the morning of Game 1, Oilers and Ducks tonight. Game 1 and 2 here in Edmonton. Games 3 and 4 over the weekend down in Anaheim.
You performing that one live at Westgate BP's on Sunday is going to be a riot. Like, hey.
It is the day before my birthday.
Give him the mic.
Hey, that's it. I'll just get in one Saturday night.
Walking around the room.
Look, man, we're about 2 wins away from everybody every morning being like, give me that. It's just how it's going to be. You know it. All right. Let's get into your Royal Pizza text of the day.
Royal Pizza.
Game 1 goes tonight. Game 1 goes tonight. Here we are. It's the Royal Pizza text of the day. Order online today. Have it arrive just before puck drop tonight. Mm-hmm. Or visit one of their 14 locations in the Edmonton area. Available now for limited time only. It's a spicy vegetarian at Royal Pizza. Still making great, the best and freshest ingredients you'll find. Top-notch service for over 55 years. Lots of good text messages. A few people texted into the show for the first time, which is nice. If you listen over on 95.7, get your friends on board on the FM dial with the Nielsen Show. We got a lot coming down the pipe here in the postseason. I think the Royal Pizza text of the day today is going to go to T-Mac, though. If Frederick scores 10, you can take half my money I was going to bet. Then you can take me out back kick me in the nuts, and call it a day.
Love it.
That's a nice little Vegas vacation reference right there. Well done, sir. Congratulations. You've won text of the day. Lots of duck hunt clips to be mixed in over the next couple of weeks as well, which is exciting. Tommy Gazzola will be at Canadian Ice House tonight for pre and post game right across from the rink. So after the game, if you want to swing by, Tommy will be there. He'll be locked in as well.
Loves it when you mix it up with him. Hey, during that post game, he likes the camaraderie down there, rubbing shoulders. And
oh yeah, he loves it. Yeah, what he really likes is when he's on the air. If you go over and try to talk to him. I suggest everybody.
Who needs a vape charger? Hey,
yeah, you can just pop on over and chat with Tommy while he's live on the air. Just kidding. Don't do that. Frustrates him, and it's not good for the broadcast. All right, playoffs are back, boys. Let's see where it goes. Trying to think. I've been on conference final pick for 3 or 4 months. I don't know if I'm ready to say they're going back to the cup final. I think I'll just say back to the conference final.
Let's get a game in.
Yeah, I know, but some people might be like,
they did whip the Canucks last week, so I mean, if you're coming off those fumes,
Canucks aren't going to the conference final, are they?
Touche.
All right, we're going to get you back to Classic Rock over at 95.7. If you're watching on YouTube, turn on autoplay. That'll take you right on over today. Hang on, who's come up those stairs today? Who do we got?
Murray McCord.
Just Murray?
And myself.
Oh, YouTube, Trev.
I'll be on the hangout.
On the hangout today.
I'll be hanging out with Murray.
Okay, excellent. Well, that'll be fun.
Just the two of you.
And Matt.
Oh. And that'll be from 9 to 11. I'll be back with the Lock Shop at 11, Oil Stream at noon. Tommy will be either from the rink or right back from the rink. And then EST afternoons from 1 until 3. The Reed Wilkins Show from 3 until 6 or 3 till 6:30. Then the GCL Diesel pregame show. So we've got you covered all the way up to puck drop today. And then postgame show as well. We got ZZ Top coming up over on Touche 95.7 with their song Touche. For YouTube Trev, Lieutenant Eric, I'm Dustin Nielsen. We'll talk to you tomorrow morning on 95.7. I'll be back with the Lock Shop at 11 o'clock at EdmontonSportsTalk.com. Take it easy.